Good.
What about
Look at that bad hair.
Huh?
You woke up good.
I mean, 2:30. I look like 2:30-ish.
Yeah.
I'm just catching up. That's all. All those 4 o'clock wake up.
4 and a wake up, huh?
I did bring all this.
Ah, yes. Yes.
We'll test it out today.
What's that?
Oh, that's for the
Multi-cameras in the
equipment
studio.
there and here.
And Ernesto's got the motherboard, so you're able to go to...
How's it going, man? Good, alright, bro?
Yeah.
So you sitting there
I'll take
like
your spot.
Nah, like,
We're just gonna test it.
No, you're good.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. Yo! Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! Clarksville!
What the heck was that, man?
It's a dying giraffe.
Good
No.
afternoon. Giraffes can't make noises. They don't have that response. And welcome to the Joe Padula Show,
What else?
where talk radio meets live music. Absolutely. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we gotta rock it out today.
Yeah?
This weather sucks.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really gross.
Dreary, man.
This is nap weather.
This is like Ireland, you know?
We gotta. Have you ever been to Ireland?
Yeah, we stopped in Ireland a couple of times.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The urinal smell like urine.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
So true. Broadcasting live from the famed WJZM studios downtown. This is your live afternoon drive radio show. What's up, Scott?
What's up, Joe?
Sup,
Sup, Joe?
That.
Up to 80, that's what's up.
Oh yeah, you're at your 80 push-up count.
I think it's like
And sit-ups? So you're doing
9
push-ups
or
and
10.
sit-ups?
I'm doing push-ups, the cockroach, which is where you fold your whole body in half and you touch your legs in the air. So you lay all the way back and then you fold yourself in half.
It's called a cockroach.
It's called a cockroach,
Okay.
the trainer told me. And then I'm doing these leg lifts, and then I'm doing the squats. So that's a lot. That's 20 of. That's
Where's your
20 of
sit-ups?
everything.
Where's your Rocky Balboas?
Oh, and then the knee touches.
Yeah, good.
In the middle.
Knee touches.
Wow.
Yeah, my tailbone's still kind of sore from the snowboarding.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Wipe out.
Early in the month.
Flat.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
Well, I got 2 push-ups, and I got to lay on the floor for the sit-ups, so
Do you do any workout?
I'll walk a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
To the mailbox.
Takes
Basically, yeah.
Put your pants on.
Neighbors go, hey.
Garbage. Right. But yes, the show covers your headlining news, provides stimulating conversation, and brings you live in-studio performances with what pay.
unscripted interview.
That's right. What are you doing? What do you got today? Anything cool? Yeah, you should be a tattoo artist.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Flash art.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Go over to Love Blood Inc. See if they're hiring, man.
Yeah, that's a good
Got
idea.
gift. Got a gift.
Or no regrets.
Well, you can write us through the Joe Padula Show Facebook page if you'd like me to design a tattoo for you.
Yeah.
He's really awesome.
Yeah, he's very good. But, speaking of very good, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio, our live music performer for the day,
I knew it wasn't Owens.
guest co-host, Daniel Mason.
What's up?
Andy brought his beard.
How are you? All right?
I'm good, brother. How
Yeah,
are
you
you?
look great, bro. You look great. I love the beard. I mean, when did you shave it?
It was around Christmas.
Christmas time? Yeah, you
Yeah.
did post that like you got such
Yeah,
a pretty
around
voice.
Christmas.
Christmas time, and it's already like back in full effect.
It's back, baby.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, Daniel's 1/3 of Amber's Drive. He's been on the show many of times, and he's going to be sitting down with us today and weighing in on topics as we go over. And then later on in the show, playing a couple numbers. I was listening to your stuff on Reverb Nation today. Your singles,
Some of my roughs.
yeah. Let me tell you, your
Yeah.
roughs are great though.
Thank you, man.
Your roughs are smooth.
Dig that rough stuff.
Yeah. It's like it's like a woman with hot legs, right? A little stubble, it's still hot.
Ew.
No.
Yeah.
Disagree. I disagree.
Oh, no.
Babe, do you disagree? Agree?
If that's your prep.
Thank you, babe. Thank
Really?
you for not
Well,
judging.
now we know if you have stubbly legs, Joker's a little bit lucky.
No,
I don't know
I'm
if that
saying
was a
if-
compliment or not, but I'll take it.
Cactus legs.
If the legs are hot and they got a little stubble, it's bearable.
He's
No,
looking at your face
no,
and he's
mm-mm.
thinking about hot legs and you put them both together.
Now, you want to know what really brought on the leg thought?
Oh no.
Driving
Sure.
over here, and
Okay.
I mean, it's crappy weather out there. It
It
is
is, yeah.
terrible weather out there. And I've got to tell you, there was an Austin P girl that was running the game. Fantastic. Oh, beautiful. I think I'm a leg man.
I think you are.
I think I'm a leg guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mark, what are you? Are you a leg guy? A butt dude? What are you?
Just
Yeah, probably a butt guy, Joe.
You're a butt guy?
Ooh.
Yeah. Chief?
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just like all the women, especially my wife.
No. With your wife, you're a boob dude.
Yeah,
No,
you're
that was just an extra right there.
like that's like mammoth.
Your wife's poor lower back. What is her cup size? Do you know?
36 double D.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, when she got pregnant, boy, I tell you.
Wow, wow.
He always says
all
that
my
she
kids are
is a
healthy.
handful, so yeah. that's-
No, you got how to work with it.
Yeah.
Well, wait, that didn't sound right.
Daniel, what is your choice there? I mean, is there a physical attribute that you are most?
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
There you go. Then
Well, maybe not big ones, but yeah, I guess I'm a butt guy.
you're a butt man. All right.
I guess so.
Bay, I've been waiting all day. Been waiting the whole drive. Vin.
It's how can I say this?
Yeah, how can you say
How
this?
can I say this?
Oh no,
Here it
please
comes.
don't. Please don't.
Like, they don't have a preference.
Oh,
got
available?
preferences.
I mean, no.
It's a weird, like an elbow. You're like an elbow guy.
He's a MILF guy.
The neck waddle.
From his emails.
Oh, you like them older?
In this vicinity?
Well, I like them. Well, how can I say?
Alive.
Thighs, hip, butt.
The whole
Oh,
package.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, the lower
The
quadrant.
whole area down there.
And the top part, don't get me wrong. You know,
Bay's just naming every part of the woman.
I love lamb.
I like the bottom, the top.
you know?
But Sky, when
I
you're
love microphones.
when you're checking out a dude, what are you checking out?
His wallet.
What is it?
No, actually, you can't see their wallet.
Didn't catch that, did ya?
No,
That
I
was
guess
pretty
it's
good,
the,
AJ.
I guess it's the face. I'm a really big face.
You're a face gal.
I like them to be pretty.
Okay, so they gotta be pretty.
Yeah.
Prettier than you?
Prettier than you.
Nope,
Oh.
Nope.
not that.
That's intimidating, I guess, huh?
Because then they're selfish.
Ernesto, come on in.
They're snooty and
Look at Ernesto. He just woke
He's like,
up.
I don't know, man.
Ernesto, I mean, what do you do? Do you just sleep all day? Is that the new?
It's a
Yeah, pretty much.
caterpillar.
Well, again, Ernesto's in his transition phase out of the army into the civilian lifestyle, and you
No, there's
are-
no transition anymore. It's over.
Oh, it's
I'm
all.
all in.
Like, when did you go to bed last night?
Midnight,
You went to bed at midnight.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you wake up?
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
What'd you do at 3 in the morning?
Hung out with the dogs for a little bit.
Okay.
Walked them. Watched a couple of episodes on TV. I saw Shameless and Walking Dead finally.
Oh yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
one.
So you saw the
Yeah.
love scene
Yeah.
between Rick and
Mhm.
what's her name?
Michonne.
Michonne.
Yeah. And then I went back to sleep.
Yeah, he didn't waste no time there, Rick, huh?
Well, no, it's supposed to be a flash forward, so it's supposed to be like 2 months after the events of
Oh.
the first episode.
Right, right, right.
Then I went back to sleep. Woke up at around 9. Fed the dogs. Walked the dogs.
You were doing
back to
nothing.
sleep.
You were doing
I
absolutely
know, I do nothing.
That's what he does, though.
It's amazing,
He does it
I
so
love it.
well.
and you love it.
Yeah.
You're not getting bored or anything.
No, I'm not getting bored.
You don't like go out or anything.
I do. I go out every night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
so
true.
walk the dogs.
This is true. Where'd you-
No.
well, we went to the Gilroy, and then I had a dinner party last night. Yeah, I cooked for
Oh.
people.
I
Oh,
saw that
nice.
movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I made the pork loins and the chicken breast with the Italian
Wow.
seasoning.
Aren't you fancy?
Poured that cheap wine that I had to purchase. What was
Yeah.
it?
You can cook with that.
Yellowtail.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
not a fan.
stuff is.
Well,
Not a fan.
just cook with
It's
it.
like $2 away from being from a box. You know what I mean? There,
Yeah.
it's just not the best wine out there. But we do have some wine out there. Who brought in the wine today?
I did. That is.
Mark.
I'm not going to.
Oh.
That is wine that Paige does not like.
Oh, thank you for the
You are
leftovers.
the
All
connoisseur
right,
of
it's a
wines.
Malbec.
Oh, it is a Malbec?
Malbec
I
and
will
a dark
say.
horse blend.
I like Malbec. It's a little earthy, you know. Yeah.
This might
You know,
constitute double dipping.
It is a proven fact, though,
What's that?
that even the experts,
Uh-huh.
if they blindfold them,
Right.
they can't tell between the box and the good stuff.
Oh, it's like the Coca-Cola versus
They-
Pepsi
they do.
wars?
Mm.
I seen
I don't know.
a testing before.
Wow.
tasting.
I blindfolded some of the
A tasting
most
test.
prestigious wine tasters.
Right? And they like the cheap stuff? I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like, when I'm
I'm over
buying
here
wine,
nodding like
I don't know. I
everybody
saw
can
the
hear me.
video on YouTube. I saw some of them get it.
I want some of them from,
I don't know.
your $15 to $20,
What is
I
it?
like, per bottle. You
What do
know,
they call the guys that taste the wines?
connoisseur?
Sommelier? Yeah.
Oh, Somali.
No, not Somalia.
Somali.
Sommeliers are the ones that recommend. They're like professional wine recommenders at
Yeah.
restaurants,
Yeah.
fancy restaurants.
Yeah, they come
I
us
don't know.
They must get paid well, right?
That's a good job for you, Joe.
We need one here in Clarksville. We need a Somali here in Clarksville.
It's not a sommelier.
What's it called?
You call it
Somali
Somali?
is to show
Yeah, that
honestly.
one too. Yeah, we need
We
a
need
Somali
to-
and we need a Somali Somali. That's what we need. A little skinny guy going on. And this is good.
Good one.
Oh man, but yeah, it's our mission to ensure the city grows in the right direction. And the only way to do that is to have the guests come in here, have conversation with them. Damn, do we have some fine guests here today.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, I mean, this is a big week for Operation Desert Storm. Oh, and people on Facebook, stop spelling desert with 2 S's. That's the dessert. All right, please. If you're gonna hashtag Operation Desert Storm, make
Oh,
sure it's just
no.
1 S.
That's what I do on my cheat day.
It's a dessert,
Dessert storm.
Dessert. You know the best way to remember that? SS, okay, dessert, okay, strawberry shortcake. Yes, there we go. All right, so yes, we got Ian Berkowitz and Steve Wee is going to be coming in here. They were both Operation Desert Storm vets. And Steve wrote a book called G-Day, Rendezvous with Eagles, about the entire operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun having them in here talking about what it was like to be over there on the front lines of, yes, what was at that time the most televised war. I mean, you had live coverage, the bombings, everything, the smart bombs. Remember the Scud missiles? We were all, oh my God, Scud missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had the Patriot. That's right, the Patriot missile. We used to take out those Scuds. Yeah, Scud bags.
It sounds weird.
Right. Yeah, Mark, let's get some music going as I introduce our guest here today. Ah, Amber's Drive. There it is. You sound so good, Dan.
Oh, thank you.
Do you always sound good? Or, I mean, did you take vocal lessons? Because I want to learn how to sing. I really want to.
You really need
Like,
help.
you know,
Good.
I hear it gets the ladies.
Actually, I did not.
You did not. You,
I've
you didn't
I've never taken a formal vocal lesson. No.
Born
No.
that way.
But I have taken like lessons to learn how to breathe.
Yeah. You know, in, out,
Yeah,
right?
learning how to take
It's
care of my
important.
voice, stuff like that.
Like Lamaze. Did you go to Lamaze classes? Pick up the single ladies over there?
Little meditation.
I'll hold your hand.
There you go.
I'll never let go.
With that belly and the little things kicking once in a while. It's so weird.
It's like Alien, the resurrection.
Ever feel a pregnant woman with a kicking baby?
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
I'll have to pass on that.
Yeah. Oh, Ernesto, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
have
the
a
type of
kid.
woman you like. You like the pregnant women.
That's weird.
That's really weird. I have a
That's
daughter,
really weird.
and when my ex-wife was pregnant,
Oh.
I felt the kicking, and you could see sometimes you could see the pushing,
Yeah.
and the stomach gets distorted a little bit where
And
the
then it
foot
tears
is.
its way out.
Oh, it's just it's like aliens.
It's like aliens.
Did you have relations while she was pregnant?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Ew.
You have to.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
He
to.
was getting paid. He had to.
I was in the
Yeah,
army,
stop
so I was
now.
getting paid actually. A little
I
bit.
mean, it's not. What's the worst that could
Trust
happen?
me, trust me. It's not worth it.
Weren't you concerned for the child? I mean, I understand there's certain ways to make sure that the child is fine, but I don't know. I'd be like, I don't know. This thing's not going to touch me, is it?
No,
Oh,
it's not gonna like high five you, and they're like, yeah, good
High
job,
five.
keep practicing,
Gotcha.
Dad. That's not how it works.
So y'all ain't right.
Have you ever seen the movie
Let
Knocked
it
Up?
go.
Which one?
Knocked Up?
Knocked Up. Oh, great one.
Yeah.
Great movie. Seth Rogen.
I don't want to stab my kid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
Ah, man. We got Billy Hughes is going to be joining us here in a little bit. Bikers Who
Yeah,
Care.
bikers who care.
Love me some Bikers Who Care. They got the big push going on from Camp Rainbow. They're just raising tons of money. I'm proud of Billy.
It's amazing.
And Billy's going to introduce us to a man. Let me tell you something. I was reading the stories. I was watching the videos on Josh Forbes. Man, U.S. Army Wounded Service Member Liaison. All right. Josh was injured pretty badly in 2003 in Mosul. Wait, Mosul 2003. Was he with
Mosul
Stripe?
was rough. Yeah,
That's right.
I was there. Who was there? It was 82nd, and then
Yeah, I believe the strike
101st.
brigade was up there in Mosul. But yeah, so Josh, I mean, he was involved. There was helicopters that crashed into each other. And not everybody made it out, but he was one of the few. Okay, and he had a long road to recovery. And he's got quite the inspirational story. And what does he do? He inspires other wounded combat veterans out there and soldiers.
That's great.
Yeah, I love his story, man. I'm looking forward to shaking his hand and getting him in here. So yeah, Josh, good dude. Yeah, I wonder if he was striped. That'd be great. Yeah, you're hearing him right now, Daniel Mason.
Sounds so good.
So good, man.
I just grooving.
Is that good?
No, stop. Just stop. Don't.
No. Jump off this world for a
You're
while.
ruining this for me.
Right? Not bad. Do I have potential? Here. Jump off this world for a while. How was that? All right. I got potential, right?
No, not
To work on the legato.
Such a nice guy.
You're very sharp, very pointy.
Sky, what do you got for us locally today?
Well, we've got a man that was indicted for a murder burglary case that occurred back in 2014.
Murder burgle.
Right, and we've also got a supermarket wine bill that's derailed
Oh.
over a store competition, little competition. Somebody's a little jelly. So
Yeah, get these wines in the supermarkets already,
Get your, votes, get
please.
your votes in. Now we've also got over 100 that have been indicted in a Middle Tennessee meth bust.
Yeah,
Yes,
not a
sir.
proud moment for us.
Wow, not a good moment in history. We've also got a new proposal that would fine Tennessee drivers for phone use, cell phones while driving, and a senator that proposes a bill to allow Tennessee college staffers to carry guns. We teased it yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll hit it today.
Imagine that, you're in class and the professor's got the weapon. Ever see these videos? I mean, these are huge. These videos of the classroom fights, right? Man.
Now, when we get back, we've got a story that's you've got a boil water advisory that's in effect out in Oak Grove.
Yeah, we could have guessed that one. We could have guessed that. Boil water. Ugh. Something I write. Well, all right, we're going to take a quick break here, but yeah, when we get back, we're going to go over the Billboard Top 100, Hot 100, Top 5. It's that time of the month.
let's go Canada.
Yeah, a lot of Canadians in there.
Let's go Canada.
But we got a new number one. New number one, we'll go over that. Plus also, Bruno Mars could be in some hot water over Uptown Funk. Another lawsuit, perhaps.
Oh, come on.
People are saying, that's mine.
Well, it shouldn't be against him. It should be against the songwriter that wrote it.
Yeah, Mark Ronson
Right.
produced it. But
Credits on it.
we'll get into the two songs.
It's the only way they can make music now, or make money nowadays, man.
Yeah.
I
So
hate to say that.
we'll compare the two. We'll put up for trial.
I mean, it's.
The Honorable Judge Bay presiding. Where's your gavel, bro? Where's your gavel at? Oh, it's in the car? That's where my thong is there.
Who carries a gavel in the car?
It's funny, we keep our props in the cars. Like,
Yeah.
you got your gavel, I got a couple of lightsabers in the car, you got your thong in the car.
Yeah, my thong is not a prop.
Sure.
It's just,
What,
it's
Daniel?
daily
What?
use.
I
What?
do not want to get into that, man. That's the scariest thing I've
Oh,
seen.
props up.
No offense, but
It's not a. Yes, it's a thong, but
It's just for support.
no. It's wrong, not thong.
it's not mine. It's not mine. I had to wear
That
You
Had
bargained
to
so
wear
many
it.
That's disgusting, man.
it. She made me do it. I can't go nudie.
And then take the pictures.
Maybe I should have cropped better, okay? Maybe I should have cropped it
Little
just
higher
a
Just a
little.
little bit up higher.
All right, all right, let's go to break. We have to go to break.
What is that,
I got
free?
Billy Hughes of Bikers Who Care out there. I can't be having a thong conversation.
You should have had it. You should have had a jock strap.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, or mankini.
Whatever.
Those are just as
Boxers,
bad,
You know,
This
So
song sucks.
so many other alternatives. Oh,
This song's terrible. All right, Clarksville, your conversation's about to begin. You don't want to miss it, right here on the Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
Hey, Joe, you want them both in at the same time?
Let me go shake hands.
I gotta do some fancy football care.
Rude.
Good to see you guys.
My name is Rick. They won't break.
So strike.
I have to cut mine quickly. I hate it. The hell your is up?
That is
You guys sharing now later. She's the one doing this.
You want a comp drop, Adrian? 80?
Oh, I carry hard candy.
It's not a hard candy, it's a comp drop.
I like
Candy.
I like them because they keep me,
Mentholated
and they good for singers
Yeah.
before you go on stage.
gummy bears.
Especially,
Gummy bears
I
are?
want glycerin.
especially if you smoke.
Glycerin.
Especially if you smoke.
Chill off this world for a while.
So you can breathe better.
Yeah.
So I can breathe again. Billy! Love me some Billy Hughes.
How are you? Good for you.
Her pops was a first audience director.
2 tours in Vietnam. A lot of stories.
I'll take you walking to the city versus walking to the Grass City Day.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There's coffee, like water.
Trying to
Wine. You want to wind down?
Is it a nice Barola? Is it a Bacardi? Oh, I see.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Argentinian Malbec.
Argentinian.
How much time in Italy? I'm on like Italian lifestyle.
You give me something to do. I got one. I didn't drink it, but I got it. It goes good with my candy. You took my candy?
By the end of
Yeah, that's what but
Johnny Layhouse or whatever. Howard Trump came in there with
Yeah, Randy, come on.
Can we bring this in?
No! What?
You want me to step back for these guys?
No, no.
You want me to step out for these guys?
Joe will tell you. Come on, sit down. Damn.
Was there a legitimate WK?
No.
Damn.
Find out more.
How you doing? Y'all playing shows?
Yeah, we've been busy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just got back from Muscle Shoals, man.
Shut up.
This past
Recording?
weekend. Oh, it was awesome.
I hope you were
Oh,
recording.
it was recording.
Alright, so yeah, that link to the YouTube videos in your email.
You know, good man. But it was,
You need to at least do a single while you're there.
shoot, man.
You know.
I'm actually thinking about it.
Play a handful of shows, drop 1,200, get an amazing single.
I'm actually considering
Joe.
going down there
Out the door.
and record it myself. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, well, let's see. Daniel, can you take a seat next to Sky, pull up the Sky chair? And then, yeah, you two gentlemen right here. There we go.
Yeah, the kids will sit up.
So pretty. Hot damn.
Phone's on silent. Vibrate.
I prefer it on vibrate.
Oh, man.
I do. I put on. I wish I could pay for
Don't you guys have one-eared headphones for us? I mean, this is messed up.
You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point.
One-eared.
He goes again on one ear.
And at some point, I've got to find a way to screen that song by Rihanna because you know mine's explicit.
I've made a folder. Billboard
No, I
top
don't.
5. It should be clean. Yeah, I don't think. Does it say explicit?
I mean, I already put them in Billboard. I didn't.
Here, scroll all the way up.
You're like the old lady with the bowl of candy.
Billboard top. Keep going, keep going. Should be all the way in the top.
Discover Weekly, local artists.
It kind of sounded like it.
Billboard.
I heard his phone. Like,
All right.
Either way, like I said,
All right, here we go. Here we go. Yo, welcome back, everybody. This is some Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars.
yeah.
Most downloaded song on iTunes of 2015. Won the Grammy there. song of the year or was it album of the?
I
No,
believe so.
song of the year.
It's like a single.
But yeah, Bruno Mars could be in some hot water. Hot water over Uptown Funk. I think Mark Ronson needs to be in that sentence as well.
Yeah, I don't think Bruno Mars is mentioned unless somebody's getting in trouble for it.
Now, early female rap group, The Sequence, claims that Bruno Mars used their 1979 hit Funk You Up as the inspiration for a song with Mark Ronson.
What's wrong with inspiration?
I don't know, but
Like really?
the group hasn't filed a lawsuit yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Well, we got it.
Let's hear the
Let's
sequence.
see. Look at that album cover. That's so in 1979.
I love it.
Here we go. Music used to be so simple.
I don't know.
It's either a very inspirational song or it's about adult times in the bedroom. Bay, look at Bay. Bay is like a...
No.
No, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the sequence. Here it is, okay? Yeah, the sequence.
BPM, different key.
Here it is. Somebody that I've never heard of my entire life, the sequence, okay? Maybe you're just looking for a little,
Little light.
little payday.
A little sparkle.
Yeah, shed a
Little
little light on
sequence.
me. We used funk in our song.
It's the melody, not the chord.
We wrote that.
We're suing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah, they're suing on the melody, man.
Say that again?
It's the melody, not the chord progression or the key, I think.
Right.
Usually it's, you can only copyright the melody.
Right. Yeah, sorry, sequence. I don't think you have a case.
But it's not. But it's not.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Well, have fun, but going back to obscurity. Yeah, nice people, I'm sure.
Yeah, enjoy 2 seconds.
Keep making good music, Bruno.
Keep doing it, Bruno. I like Bruno Mars.
I like him. He's short like me.
You know his real name?
And me.
What is it?
And me.
Gene Hernandez is his real name. Yeah, isn't that something? His name is Gene
Yeah, I
Hernandez.
don't think he would have got far with that.
No
Bruno
way.
Mars is just like, I need a cool name.
That's right. I need a name that will be Super Bowl halftime show twice.
Yeah.
Bruno. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400 AM. Talk radio meets live music. We have two very, very cool people in the studio as we speak.
Yes, we do.
One's been on the show many of times. So many times that cheats in fantasy football.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. He gets the lowdown from you and then changes everything.
Won't let it go, huh?
Right.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah, Mark Owens, get your microphone ready. I want you in on this conversation.
He was just recording air.
But yes, representing Bikers Who Care, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Billy Hughes. Billy, you did not win this year's fantasy football for the Joe Padula Show League. I'm sorry to hear that, but you did very well.
Setting a precedent.
Yep, that's right. And you faced Mark 3 times this year and beat him every time, so that's pretty cool. Mark Owens, also known as 0-7. Oh wait, what is it? 0-6.
0-6.
0-6. Yeah,
He's got a good ring to it.
started the season winless.
It'll be better next year.
Yeah, right.
Next year he'll be the Badger and not the Possum.
No. Next year.
You can have your own team next year.
I am
my own team.
definitely having my own team next year.
Yeah.
Okay. No offense to
Still think
you.
I had a
Can I
tight
get-
end that scored 3 touchdowns in week 1 that just disappeared from my my roster before it ever started.
You were terrible at the songs.
Well, you know what's amazing? Billy picked like the entire Green Bay Packers team
Oh.
for his fantasy league.
Oh, good.
Well, come on, you were pretty close, right?
It was, well, half Packers and half Falcons.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. There
nobody
you
saw
go.
the Falcons doing what
There you
they
go.
I don't know how you got Jones and that running back. I mean, they were ridiculous.
Good insider trading info.
That's right. But I mean, Bikers Who Care, we all know who they are here. The clubhouse is over that 201 Providence Boulevard. Okay, so I'm glad you're still alive. That's good. But man, I mean, you got so many great things going on. I mean, all year round, you do events, and it's all to raise money and awareness for the kids.
For the kids.
I dig it, man. I dig it. And you guys have any updates on money-wise? How much has been raised?
Well, we Of course, last time we were on, we were right there at Christmas time, and we gave away our checks at Christmas time. And we really have not started our fundraising for 2016 yet. So once the weather starts getting warm, we'll start having some poker runs and doing some rides, and then that carries us into the Brew Fest, which
Right.
will carry forward into some other things, and into Toy Run in September.
Let me tell you, if you need any help with the poker, okay, I'm very good at poking, okay, you just let me know. I'm all in, I'll devote whatever time I have to.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible poker player, but I like it.
I guarantee you suck at playing poker.
I bet
Stop.
I do.
No, listen, I know you're trying to play like the shark right now, okay? Listen, look right there,
It's okay.
you just broke your poker face.
You could just, I don't have a poker face. That's my fallback.
Oh, as you sip your Malbec wine.
I have coffee and wine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. No. I just took a sip of my coffee cup thinking it was my Malbec wine, and my mouth goes, nope. Nope. But within your organization of Bikers Who Care, you have standout individuals. Okay?
We do.
And you got a lot of people that are from a lot of different spectrums of the world, but today you brought in with you a man who is a leader. Okay, a leader amongst soldiers, a leader amongst those who have faced adversity, and ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome the former U.S. Army Wounded Service Member Liaison, now retired, Josh Forbes. How you doing, Josh?
I'm good, thank y'all.
Great to have you here, my friend, no doubt about it. And what a connection. I mean, you were with the Top Guns Battalion, 1320th, huh?
Correct.
I love it, part of the Mighty Strike Brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved Strike. I was with Strike for 5 years, pretty much. And, what a valorous unit. And you yourselves, you were part of a valorous mission into Mosul in 2003. I mean, here it was, the beginning of the Iraqi invasion. Man, Mosul, tough fight, no doubt. But then here it is, two choppers collided. Is that
Correct.
right? And there were 22 people were in the choppers.
Correct.
And
That's crazy.
only four survived.
Besides me, there were 5 total.
5 total. Unbelievable. And yeah, I mean, you were wounded. You were sent to what were they sent to? Germany.
Brook Army Medical Center. Well, they first sent me to Landstuhl in Germany.
Right.
And luckily, there was a burn center flight team already there.
Right,
and so my doc luckily seen the crash on CNN or whatever news channel and was like, hey, we got more burn people coming. I'm going to stay.
Is that amazing? Got the news from the TV.
Yes. And then, so I actually only spent about 4 hours in Landstuhl. I got there, had a quick CAT scan, had a quick surgery. I was back on the plane. So my whole point evac time from point of incident to San Antonio was about 36 hours.
Wow. Unbelievable. That is rapid. That is rapid. Now, do you remember the crash at all?
I have like an old Piccadilly that people took some of the photos out of.
Right.
I remember something, and then it skips to X amount of seconds or minutes or whatever later, and it all goes to a certain point, and then it just goes blank. And I woke up 2 months later in San Antonio. So
Unbelievable.
it's kind of weird how that happens.
Right. I'm kind of glad it did, though. I mean,
Oh yeah. It's one of those things like you're mad you can't remember, but you're so happy you can't remember at the same time.
Yeah.
and what's unfortunate, I mean, San Antonio. You remember San Antonio? What a crap city it is in the summertime. I'm sorry you have that memory.
Well, that's one of the ironies. They put the burn center in South Central Texas.
Yeah, what are they doing? I mean, come on now. Send them to Alaska. Jeez.
No
I was like at least Minneapolis. I mean somewhere.
There, Montana, someplace amazing.
Yeah, some hockey supporting city, please.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful ski town.
But I mean, here it is. Percentage-wise, what's the burn percentage-wise?
Ironically, only 11.5%. It just
11.5%.
happens to be where it got me
Right.
on my face and head predominantly that people assume I'm more injured than what I am.
Right. But I'll tell you what. I mean, when you first, and I was watching your videos. They did some great coverage of you, and I got the chance to see you shaking hands with pretty prominent people at the time, President George W. Bush. Okay, a lot of people came to visit you while you're in the recovery phase. But man, I mean, when was it the first time that you actually got to see yourself after the entire incident?
Ironically enough, excuse me, another burn survivor, J.R. Martinez from Dance with the Stars and All My Children.
J.R. Martinez.
Strike.
Strike,
You
baby.
know, Delta 2502. And ironically, he was injured during the invasion, I
Right.
think April 8th of 03, if I'm not mistaken. And he had 6-7 months recovery time on me, if you will. And he came to my room one day and he was just like, basically, he's like, I am who I am, you know. I don't care about what anybody else thinks. And
Yeah.
it was just nice to see somebody else had been burned on the face. And I looked in the mirror for the first time that day.
Right.
I seen the distorted me, but I still seen me.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking how cool that was for him to just walk around and hang out with folks.
Right.
And, you know, he turned it into a Hollywood thing, and I was still doing the dirty work for the next 12 years. So
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I was trying to switch places, but I don't quite have the dancing skills.
Let me tell you, at the time, Private Martinez, and here he was. His took place in a Humvee.
Correct. And outside of Carbala.
Carbala, man. Yeah, the Delta, the heavy weapons company. Unbelievable. And you two sharing the same roof while you're recovery time. But you guys met up later again. I mean, after his Dance with the Stars as well, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say we're pretty good friends, but
Good.
yeah, he actually. I mean, we did some stuff on TV and stuff, years ago, and right after the first injuries and the war was kicking off, if you will, trying to come up with stuff for wounded service members to do, and then about a year and a half ago, he came over to Germany to hang out and see Landstuhl for the first time since actually,
Yeah.
and actually got a chance to see his ICU room that he was in. And have that weird, eerie feeling. He don't remember being there, but
Right.
at the same time, he remembers being there. Like, it looks and smells familiar to him, So, but while we were up there, we went to Dublin and we caught a Leinster rugby match, and we went to London and seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on Piccadilly. So I mean, it was a good time.
Now, I heard you guys got hammered together. Is that true?
I don't know about hammered would be the appropriate word. Lightly toasted on both sides.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like a marshmallow.
Oh, my God.
you missed a burn reference.
Yes, right over the head.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, as
They
soon
do
as,
that a lot.
as soon as Josh sat in the studio, goes like this: "What's the matter? You don't have headphones for people with one ear?" I go, "Oh my God!" I go, "Oh man!" But I love it. And
Tell you what kind of guy he is, and of course, we've only known Josh since post accident,
Right.
and he's a real key part of our organization, and we love him to death. But go ahead and tell him what your nickname is.
Oh, it's Torch.
oh come on!
No, but you
Is that
got.
prior to or?
Oh, that's after.
Oh my God! I just dropped my pen.
Well, see, we were gonna go with Matchstick, but the whole burnt head thing was just a little too thick.
Oh my
So I mean, we decided.
Too close.
And then I found out it was one of the Fantastic Four, which I'm not a comic book guy. I was
Right,
like, well,
right,
now I'm a superhero. That's fine.
That's right.
But it helps out with Camp Rainbow because I'm a superhero.
Absolutely.
So
And I got to tell you,
I like that torch.
turning the tragedy into comedy. I mean, it's very helpful in many scenarios with coping with situations.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there at any point when it first all was taking place and happening? Were there any struggles?
how much time do I have? Like there's struggles. The crazy thing about healing is we do it in everyday life. It's just whenever it's a little more catastrophic, we tend to dwell on it that much more.
Right.
Back in the day in junior high, it was, I sent this girl or sent this boy a note, and they didn't respond back. They didn't check yes or no, and what does that mean? And we're stressing out about that.
She's such a jerk. Yeah, she was so superficial. I'm still waiting for that Jack Fox.
I
by the way.
love him.
Yeah.
But once it's a little more catastrophic, we tend to just dwell on it more. We play more of the what if game. What if?
Yeah.
What if? I play the what if game, and I've come to accept it a long time ago. But you're gonna have those moments, just knowing how to deal with it, how to accept it, and move forward.
Right.
And if my story and face can help wounded service members out, I'm willing to do it. And at the same time, for the kids, to be able to have the kids look up and say, hey, this guy's got some injuries, some disabilities as well too.
Right.
He laughs and have a good time. No, that's part of it. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're never going to make it.
Right,
So,
I hear you. That's why that is the exact reason why I put on the man phone. Okay? Because
You're
if you can't,
amazing.
because if you can't, isn't he amazing?
Yeah,
I'm
so
telling you.
awesome. I love that attitude, man. So cool.
Thank
Talking
you.
to other soldiers, okay?
So awesome.
Here it was. I mean, you're going from room to room in hospitals of soldiers that amputees, okay, burn victims, right? A lot of the ones going with some situations inside their head as well as the physical scars. But what's some of the stories that stand out for you talking to these other soldiers?
Oh, wow, that's another wow. There's so many. Honestly, there's so many. I took just like everything, in the army. You always take a bit of every leader, whether it's good or bad, and you say, I'm going to use that because it's great, or I'm never going to do that because it's horrible.
Right.
It's the same thing with everybody I've ran into. Everybody's intertwined with this healing process. even my buddies from 03 and 04, like, hey, how'd you get through this? Well, this is how I handled it, so I'll try it this way. Or this is how I did, try this. Okay, it didn't work for me, but it worked for you. And that's the whole thing. Once again, going years ago, our fathers and our uncles and grandfathers and that served in wars past, we learned that the more you keep it inside, the more it eats you up. That's why stereotypically we had a lot of abusive, alcoholic military members in our families back then, but they've taught us you have to talk about it.
Right.
And so, you know, I thought I had accepted everything right about a year after it happened. Not saying I hadn't, but in June of 12, I finally had this feeling of peace. And when I finally just woke up and just had this total feeling of peace, like the monkey was lifted off of my back.
What brought that moment of peace?
And I think part of it was working in launch school, because I had the greatest job in the world. I got paid to sit and hang out with everybody that came back from Iraq and Afghanistan bedside. That's somebody that's been there once again, just to try to get them focused on healing. I know in the 1 to 3 days I had them there, they weren't going to heal, but just get the bug planted, whatever cliche term you want about healing. You have to talk about it. You know, it's going to take time. The roller coaster ride, ups and downs. And I just think there was something there. Maybe I had just finally reached it, or there was something some kid was going through that I hadn't thought about, or maybe I hadn't approached yet, and it made me actually sit there and think about, you know, how did I handle this, or, you know, have I handled it the right way? And it's crazy. Unfortunately, I had to do a lot of not a lot, but I had to do enough of the last rites there, which is a great experience, but at the same time extremely
understood.
You know, and the stories from the incidents, the guys and gals were great. It's the stories about the incidents. One of the worst ones, and, you know, obviously when it's a female injured too, you know, it's little sister getting injured, so everybody takes it that much more to heart.
Right.
And her and her best friend walking, and they got hit by mortars, and her friend passed away. And I always forget the part of it. One of it was one of their birthday. The day they got hit was one of their birthdays. I want to say it was the friend that was KIA'd, but the day the female that survived made it to launch stool was her birthday. And just talk about this, her friend had a young kid and they were going to do all these places, go do all these things. Like, we still need to go do them. She's with you. You know, that's when, as long as you keep their memories alive and keep them with you, they're not dead.
That's right. That legacy continues.
And so whenever you stop talking about them, you start thinking about them. Yes. That's whenever they're gone. So go do everything. You know, I mean, there's this, I could sit here and tell story after story. There's just so many great stories. One of the first ones I dealt with was 700 pounds of HME for IED, all relatively minor injuries. You know?
HME is the powder used to
the homemade explosives.
The boom.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, then, you know, it's no rhyme or reason. If it's your time, it's your time. That's truly it. And I've seen guys, you know, in trucks hit 50 pounds, and the whole truck's gone. And it's just, there's no rhyme or reason. I truly believe it's your time. Whether it's God, Allah, Buddha, Mickey Mouse, or the purple Teletubby, whatever you believe in.
Oh, let me tell you, the Teletubby, the God, he's a weird one.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
I prayed to him.
Well, I noticed how you got the purple cover on your microphone, so obviously you like the purple Teletubby.
Well, this is the Barney God, the God of Barney on my microphone here.
Yeah.
But I mean, here it is. You go in there, you're providing leadership, you're providing guidance, you're providing inspiration. Any backlash, any soldier goes, get out. I don't want to hear your positive message.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, not per se like that, but you could tell that there was always. I mean, it's a shock factor. Like in any situation, like the first time, you know, you can train as you go to war as much as you want, but that first time you realize that was actually a crack from a bullet that hit X amount of feet, you know, away from you. It takes your brain that split second to be like, oh, this is real. But everything slows down to, like, you can remember every thought, every movement, every breath in those X amount of seconds to minutes. It's just weird how everything goes in slow motion when all that stuff. Right. You know, guys in ID blasts, they can actually, like, they make fun of on movies and stuff, but actually see specks of dust, like literally like slowing down in front of their face and stuff, you know. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's so. I don't know. I had the greatest job in the world.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And I mean, it affected so many different people that needed to know that it was going to be okay. And without guys like you stepping up, saying yes, it's going to be okay, which brings you to today, working with the BWC and talking to the kids, Camp Rainbow. I mean, kids, it's going to be okay. You're going to be all right, and that's a beautiful thing. I love it. We got to take a quick
much
break.
Respect, man.
But yeah, I mean, much respect.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Stepping up, where you could have just been, forget about it. You know, I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to not doing nothing. But man, you're like, no, I have to do something. And I see the support of your family too involved. I mean, it's very humbling, sir.
Thank you.
And what's a better way to talk about humbling? But yes, Billboard's Top 5. Yeah. So let's see what we got in Billboard's Top 5 as we get ready for a break here.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Josh, you follow music at all? You a big music guy?
Anything from like 2000 and before.
Yeah, let me tell you. You're about to hear, okay? You're about to hear a collection of crap.
There you go.
All right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Once in a while, we get a couple songs in there, but rock is like not existing in the top 10. It's crazy. Okay? I mean, it's all this produced and synthesized. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's go to Billboard. Top 100, top 5. Number 5. Billy Hughes. Please sing along if you can. My House, Flowrider.
No, I'm good.
Lowrider.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, this guy's got a lot of hits though. Right? Yeah, Flow.
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah.
He do club music.
Oh yeah.
He always gonna have that.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna make a baby with my pants on. Right. I like his one song, I got a good feeling. Oh, I got a good feeling. I like that one. I like his other one too. Apple bottom jeans. We used to do a cadence back in the day. Apple bottom jeans. But we changed boots with the fur from boots from Darfur. Like the boots from Darfur.
Hey.
Yeah, she hit the float. All right, so there you go. Number 5 on the top 100. Number 4. Sorry, Justin Bieber. Josh, what do you think of Bieber?
I might become a believer one day.
Yeah, one day?
When my right ear grows back.
Okay. Billy, you're not a believer? You're not a Bieber guy?
I'm with Josh.
But here's the thing. I mean, this kid's got singing talent. The guy has a voice. The guy has a chance to be an artist. But his offstage antics really.
Yeah, he's a little spoiled.
Yeah, he's a spoiled little punk.
He's got the voice of a little girl.
Yeah. You know what he reminds me of? Our intern Thomas, right?
No.
You know, no respect for anything. Ernesto, right? Do you
Miley
agree?
Cyrus. I think they're the same person.
He does look like her. They got the same cheekbones.
Yeah, and the same haircut and the same just tattoos.
But yeah, Justin Bieber. Let me tell you, this kid never has to work again in his life.
It's called a phase.
No, but here's the thing. This phase won't go away.
Yeah.
The guy has staying power. The guy has been in the charts for
He's connected
years.
and well invested in. They're not going to let him go anywhere.
Canada's winning. Number 3, Stressed Out, 21 Pilots. I like these guys.
I like 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots have been fighting in the trenches for quite a while.
Yeah.
Down.
This is like a good driving song. You know, you're driving along.
I've got to go back and segment the first time I played this and you called it crap.
No, that's not true.
Yes,
Find
you
it.
did.
Wow,
Find it.
do it.
No, because I like their other song too, 21 Pilots.
This is crap.
Car radio?
I can't get excited at this. What is this? This is crap.
I'm not excited. I'm
Exactly.
driving my car to this song, bopping my head.
Mildly excited.
Oh, which by the way, the youths accept me here on Martin Street. Every time I drive by.
Quit throwing rocks.
Yo, Padula! It's great. I talk to him. And I go, yeah, it's a great day for an umbrella. And he goes, you know how it is.
Yeah, they train birds.
That's right.
They train birds.
No, the kid said to me, you know how it is. That means I'm hip. I'm in.
Do you know?
I've been accepted.
Do you know?
Train birds?
It was like, no, do you know how it is?
Yeah, oh, I do know how it is.
I mean, that's a question.
No, he said it's a statement. You know how it is. Yeah, he was giving me props, guy.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Well, stop stealing my coolness with the
Okay.
youth.
Sorry, what's next?
It's a future demographic.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Love Yourself. Number 2. Justin Bieber. Back again.
Pretty little lady.
It's a good song.
I bet he
Is
wears
this the one where
thongs.
my mom doesn't like you,
Yeah.
but she likes everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was sorry.
I like it.
I like it.
I just can't believe it's number 2 in the charts.
I like that little guitar in the back.
2 in the
Yeah,
top
me too.
5.
Tap, tap.
Daniel, what do you think of Bieber? I mean, you're pretty successful. You're a live music industry leader. What do you think of that?
Honestly, I mean, I'm not a huge Bieber fan, but I have to say, man, I mean, he's going after his dream, man, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to him. I mean, I agree that he's not the greatest role model,
Right.
but I mean, he's making bank and he's doing his thing. I mean, he's had opportunities and he's capitalizing on them.
Does he have pierced nipples? Did I see him with pierced nipples? Ernesto, you have pierced
Ernesto's
nipples.
a man, he's got it.
You guys know each other,
I just
right?
think he's a brilliant lyricist. I mean, let's look at this. Baby,
no.
Baby, baby, ooh. Baby, 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 ooh. Baby, 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 ooh. Baby, 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 ooh.
Well, that's a hit.
And he wrote that with like 6 people.
Ernesto?
Yeah, I have pierced nipples, but I don't wear a G-string, so.
That's 11. I don't wear a G-string. I wore a G-string because I had to.
It just spilled over the next day.
1+.
Josh, you don't judge me, right?
Considering some of the T-shirts and drawers I've had to
Yes. See, okay.
cut away at certain times of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Josh wears G-strings too.
I
Okay.
like wedgies.
Right? Is this true?
Can't be comfortable.
I mean, I do have a BWC Speedo that
Yes.
sometimes
Okay.
turns
Yeah.
the W into a V because it gets kind of tucked in there.
That's right. That's
Look
right.
in the new calendar. Stay tuned.
Can I get a pair? Billy, let me get a BWC Speedo. That'd be great.
Only if you can turn the W into the M.
Like, Joe, you're wearing your pants upside down. No, I'm not. And number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Work by Rihanna.
I like this one.
Featuring Drake. Yeah.
It just makes you dance.
No, but-
it's a club dance song.
Yeah,
that's all
but
it is.
you want to talk about lyrics? Here's another one. She just makes noises.
Yeah, you really can't understand it.
Listen. It sounds Arabic. It sounds like a Palestinian's about to attack.
I think it sounds more Jamaican.
No, well, she is from Barbados.
Well, then you can't blame her for.
She puts on a great show, though. I seen her at Tea in the Park in Scotland.
You saw her?
Yeah,
perform
there was
it?
a 3-day concert at Tea in the Park in Scotland. Absolutely great fest. And she was one of the headliners. Snoop Dogg went on right before her too.
How hot is she in person?
I was a little inebriated at that
All
point.
right, yeah, you and J.R. Martinez.
No, not at that time.
Leon was pretty.
I do.
Racist Owens.
Yeah, you're just racist.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was throwing my diamond in the sky up just like everybody else at the end of the night. So I mean, you know.
I love it. But there's your Billboard Top 5. We got a new number 1. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, but before we do, Sky, locally, what do you got for us?
Well, we're going to go from talking about what's hot to what's really nasty. We've got to boil a water advisory in effect for Oak Grove.
Ew.
Now, the City of Oak Grove Water Department shut down a portion of the water main on a state line road, Highway 400, from Mandarin Drive to Fort Cable Boulevard on February 24th at noon. Now, homes or businesses in this area will be without water for a period of 2 to 5 hours. In addition, the City of Oak Grove, as a precautionary measure, will mandate a boil advisory for all affected parties. Now, a boil advisory means that the water provided by the system during the boil advisory period may cause adverse human health effects due to possible biological contamination if it's consumed. Now, unless it's boiled for 3 minutes at a rolling boil. And once water service is restored and the water samples are approved by the state of Kentucky, the water boil advisory will be lifted. Now, the process may take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, and for questions or concerns, you can call the water office at 270-439-5433.
Yeah, that is a health concern. You know what else is a health concern? Living in Oak Grove. Yeah.
Biological
Come on over. Come to Clarksville.
contamination.
Come on in. We got trailer parks here. You'll fit right in. And get out of that place with dirty water. You guys, no one lives here in Oak Grove, do you? Josh, you live in Oak Grove?
I wouldn't tell you now.
Okay, good man. Good man. Good man.
He's so quick. Well, this segment of the show is brought to you by B.A. Wolf Power Sports. B.A. Wolf has the best selection of used motorcycles of all major makes and models in Tennessee and Fort Campbell. They're located at 2135 Lowe's Drive in Clarksville and now offer a motorcycle leasing program. So for more, you can visit BAWolfPowersports.com.
Yeah, listen, if you want to join bikers who care, you want to get a bike, go lease one. See how you like it.
Right?
B.A. Wolf.
Try that lifestyle.
Don't be left behind. B.A. Wolf. We'll sell that to him.
Right.
We'll sell him that one. But all right, we're going to take a quick break here. But yeah, we got Billy Hughes hanging out at BWC. I mean, Josh, you got quite the story. I mean, you've just scraped the surface of it, for crying out loud. I mean, so many soldiers you interacted with, and now you're transforming that soldier approach to now, yes, talking with the kids, providing them a message of hope, and listen, it's going to be all right.
Teaching them
Yeah.
the right attitude to have.
Yes.
To approach life and to see life. It's really amazing.
Attitude rocks.
Thank you.
Some people's attitude sucks.
Attitude's everything.
I couldn't agree more.
Mine included.
I didn't say that.
No, thank
He
you.
gets hangry a lot.
I do get hangry.
I mean,
Look at him. He needs to
I
eat.
get hangry.
I was like, "Where's your Snickers bar? I want to see what you turn into after you eat."
Oh, ever see that Joe Pesci Snickers commercial? Yeah, I love that one.
I knew I should have never shown him that Snickers. That would have been perfect. I should have pulled it out right then.
But you were impatient.
What did now on Snickers they got these words on the Snicker bars now. Did you see this? What did yours say?
No,
Impatient.
it's the one that I got for you. It said impatient.
Yeah, impatient. I saw one the other day. It said curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon.
Yeah, curmudgeon, like grumpy. Yeah.
Mm.
Good that for Billy.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here, but when we get back, yes. Hear that? That's Amber's Drive. Ooh, 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 ooh. I sound like a monkey when I
You
go. I'm
do.
sorry. Ooh, 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 ooh. Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400. Absolutely. Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah. Shake some hands.
Just like a
Can
monkey.
you stick around a little longer, or?
No,
We'll do one more and then do all the pictures. Okay.
All right. We'll go out here and cool off.
Yeah.
We need to do something about the air in here.
Nope.
Every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check them out. This advertising portion is the longest running indoor advertising festival that captures your ad. We guarantee the
Talking
people will read your
politics.
ad. You'll consider ads. Our ad people send between 1 to 3 minutes and that's every kind of information about your business. You can target the customer's area by age, gender, interest, or zip code. Make your business name come to mind when consumers need your product or service. Call with advertising 931-220-9044.
You guys
Oh,
we got
American Nevada Republican Fox says
Custom designed for your home, business, and budget.
double the vote is nearest competitor review.
Treatment options that are practical and fashionable. Call 931-375-5157 and visit online at
Next Tuesday, Super Tuesday.
Nissan deals are always better in Clarksville at Mackey's Nissan Pre-Owned Superstore on Highway 76 under the Ford Giant American flag from Mackey's.
Josh, it's nice to meet you, bro.
I like that.
Definitely, no, he was with first. I still like 2.5 hours. Really want to get behind it.
Were you straight?
No.
No. That and just I think this made it pretty cool around, but I think when it comes to the overall country, I think
Steve and I are members of the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association.
But the sad thing is, I mean, no matter whether.
But like,
Where are the interns?
they all,
Why are they off?
what's my face has something to do with
Is there a
school.
fucking bake sale or something? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, something like that.
Get it delivered to your work.
Yeah,
How much time we got,
Who is
man?
gonna be the GO?
How much time?
You know, who is gonna be
10 seconds.
What? Put on the dimmer?
10
I
seconds.
mean, it's like, it's ridiculous over there.
You're a mess.
Come on back, you guys.
I know. And I like it like that.
Good.
Boom.
Sandwich. When I back on that work?
Might need
Get
a minute,
Texas.
huh?
I think so.
Joe won't let me.
right, here we go. What are we behind one local store?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, welcome back to the show. Yeah. Oh,
Good one.
there's a version of this song. Okay. What's her name? Type in the song Pompeii, sir, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you don't want the slow version though. That's it.
No, I love this song. Sometimes I fall asleep to it. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
It's therapeutic.
Jasmine Thompson.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you want to do that.
No, yeah.
Give me nappy nap time for me.
I like this. Well, I'm drinking Malbec wine, so this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's play this one. Check this out.
Yeah.
No. This gets you all the ladies. You play this? Listen.
See, you try to play something good for the guys,
Mhm.
and this is what you get.
Shh, you're ruining it.
It's all it is.
Take it in.
No.
That's right. So beautiful.
No wonder you wear a thong.
That's right. This is my thong song.
God.
Paints his toes too.
I love this version. Josh, what do you think is the best cover of a song of all time?
There's such a thing as a good cover to a song.
I'll tell you what. Joan Jett's "I Love Rock and Roll" was a cover.
Okay, I love rock and roll. Who did the original?
I don't remember, but
Well,
it is a
come
cover.
on.
No, what? I can't. That's.
I mean, if you want to go, you got Blue
Suede
Suede Shoes by Elvis, who was really sung by Carl. I can't think of his name off the top. But I mean, like it was somebody else,
Yeah,
you know.
there
But
you
Another good one was
Being famous on somebody else, covering somebody else's song. It was lesser known.
9 Inch Nails. Okay, Hurt, Johnny Cash.
I mean, Vanilla Ice's remake of Pressure. I mean, no, because it went dun 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 dun.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that Matt Lauer interview. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I like Goldfinger 99 Red Balloons.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
99 Loft
No.
Balloons.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But yes, welcome back to the show, everybody. Billy Hughes, Bikers Who Care, hanging out. We got Josh. He's hanging out with us. Josh, man, you got a hell of a personality. I like it. You got to come and join us more often.
I ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well come harass you guys.
That's good. We party with a purpose.
Thank you.
And plus, you fit like the strike theme. You know, there just seems to be a bunch of strike. Which, by the way, in a few moments, we're going to bring in some of the strike soldiers that were involved in Operation Desert Storm. 25 years ago this week. Isn't that amazing? 25 years ago. Billy, where were you when Operation Desert Storm was kicking off?
Lord, I don't even remember.
I mean, you're a young guy. I'm not saying you're old.
Actually, at the time, I just entered real estate as a career choice, and about that time, they shipped out the 101st Airborne Division. So I was sitting around wondering if my career choice was the best in the world.
So you were in this area during the time?
Oh yeah. I was born in Nashville, and we moved up here when I was about 6.
Now, when the 101st left, okay, I've seen it here when deployments take place, especially with Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation New Dawn was transitioning, and then Operation Enduring Freedom into Afghanistan. And I've seen how it gets very quiet around here. What was it? The same situation? Did the town shut down?
Not really. And the only other time prior to that was everybody wanted to talk about Vietnam and the way it became a ghost town when
Right.
the 101st deployed. And this time, the wives and dependents and everybody, it seemed like they stayed behind it. It wasn't a ghost town because this had become home,
Yes.
and the community had wrapped their arms around the military as a whole, and had welcomed them as part of this community. Back during the Vietnam era, I don't think that was the case.
Right. You know, when the soldiers left, okay, the families go back to their original homes.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, I mean, as we see, myself, I stuck around here after, because you're right. This is a community that does wrap its arms around its service members.
Mhm, it does.
Very impressive. They work very hard at that. And a lot of kudos. Let's see. You guys drink coffee?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. You guys drink. I'm a big coffee guy.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, in an ongoing debate on whether coffee is good or bad for you, the latest report finds that it might actually help you reduce the type of liver damage that's associated with overindulging in food and alcohol.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Researchers analyzed data from 9 previously published studies and found that drinking 2 additional cups of coffee a day was linked to a 44% lower risk of developing liver cirrhosis. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that right. Good for you.
Of course. Padula. However, they don't know exactly why this is, since coffee contains hundreds of chemical compounds, and they don't know which chemical or combination of chemical protects the liver. But they also noted that it isn't an excuse to start boozing, as coffee isn't powerful enough to counteract the heavy drinking.
That's funny. People are going to read the story and just be like, that's it.
That's it. I'm drinking coffee.
I'm going to get smashed.
Well, what's that coffee liquor? I like that.
Kahlua.
Yeah, drink the Kahlua. Yeah, it's good for you now.
At the same time.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Kahlua in the coffee is fantastic.
I'll tell you what, I've been drinking this apple cider vinegar for like 2 months now.
Bailey's is really good too.
And I piss for like 2 minutes straight now. I don't know what's going on with this apple cider vinegar, but it's supposed to clean out your liver.
Little Irish coffee.
Oh, Irish coffee's good. But but the apple cider vinegar, I recommend it. But don't get the cheap stuff. I noticed the difference between the
No,
cheap
it's
stuff.
Bragg's, is it?
Bragg's.
with the mother.
Yes, Bragg's. That's the good one.
It is really good.
Yeah, that's what makes it longer than my pea breaks. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Keep it going, Padula. Keep it going.
All right, we got to catch up with some local stories.
What's that smell? Asparagus?
Smells like vinegar.
Well, we've got a catch-up story here with a man that was indicted for a 2014 murder burglary case. Now, a Nashville man has been indicted by the Montgomery County Grand Jury for a shooting death that occurred in October of 2014 on Jack Miller Boulevard. Now, according to his indictment, 39-year-old Linwood J. Davis is charged with a felony murder and aggravated burglary. Now, the document says Davis is accused of killing a 30-year-old Joshua Simpson while attempting to burglarize his home. An original news release said Clarksville police responded to a shots fired call in the area, but the suspect fled the scene before officers arrived. Now, Simpson was flown to Vanderbilt Medical Center where he later died. Davis was booked into the Montgomery County Jail Friday, February 19th. His bond is set at $500,000.
Wow, I remember this story. 2014, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the gun violence, the killings, the shootings, the stabbings, it just doesn't go away. It just doesn't go away. We're not mitigating that problem. Unbelievable.
Well, I want to see the statistic of how many people are actually legal gun holders that are involved in these shooting crimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a stat that's very interesting. I don't have that number in front of me, but I mean, Billy, here it is. You guys are part of a group, an organization, a non-profit, okay, that is to better this community, okay? When you hear stories like this on a weekly basis, I mean, do you guys lose hope? Do you guys go, man, what are we doing this for? Or does this embolden you guys to even work harder?
I don't say that the violence doesn't, it's not the root of our mission, but,
right.
You know, it is apparent. It makes me want to, you know, I'm a licensed gun carrier.
Right.
And we're all sportsmen in our house, and we preach all the gun safety and do the proper things.
Right.
And you know, it just gives you a little another example to say, look, son, this is why we do what we do and
Right.
believe the way we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, it's these guys that are, and girls out there that are ruining it for the Second Amendment supporters, okay? I love the right to bear arms, you know, and pectorals, check that out.
Yeah, we did Sunny.
But man, I mean, they're making it so much harder. They're giving fuel to the advocates out there that want to eliminate ownership of guns and gun rights. I mean,
and the right to carry, and our gun shows that we have in Nashville. And
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, you know what? Sometimes they have a good argument because of situations like this. What else you got? That was what.
All right, well, that story was brought to us by the Tilted Kilt of Clarksville. Now, this Thursday at 6 p.m., you've got a challenge, an arm wrestling pro with cool prizes up for grabs, including a spot as a professional arm wrestler at the upcoming Rivers Inspires tournament. $100 in cash, dinner at the Kilt, and more. Even a loss gets you free pizza. Now, for all events and specials, you can visit the tiltedkiltclarksville.com.
Josh, you like the Tilted Kilt, right?
Yeah, I've been there twice because it wasn't here when I left to go to Germany. So you know that come back and try to eat all the places that got built after we left.
That's right.
And I was like, yeah, I enjoy that place.
I love it, and the service is fantastic. Sometimes I drop my napkin. Oh, could you get that?
The scenery's good. Yeah, thanks, bro.
Pardon me.
I like the men in the kilts. That's
Oh yeah, they got the guys in there too. Yeah.
all right. Well,
Nobody gives them crap about thongs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not supposed to wear a thong underneath there.
But are they
With the kilt.
Are they right? Kilts. You're not supposed to wear anything underneath.
Why do we
it,
not
right?
have subways here where we've got the grates and I can get that Marilyn Monroe moment at the tilted kilt?
Oh, yeah, I was thinking like the sandwich shop subway. You mean like the actual rail system?
Yeah.
I mean, we could set some fan up and we could try like to do the whole kilt thing if you want to. I mean,
yeah, we could do that.
All right. Well, as I put my mailbag down, we've got a supermarket wine bill that's derailed over a store cap competition. We've got the Tennesseans that are looking to buy their wine at local supermarkets may have to wait a little longer for the shelves to be stocked because of a disagreement on whether liquor stores should be protected from competition.
Okay.
Now, the House Finance Committee voted 10-9 on Tuesday evening to remove a provision that would have limited liquor retailers from owning more than 2 package stores. Now, Republican Representative Curry Todd of Collierville, in retaliation, withdrew his bill to allow grocery stores to begin taking deliveries in advance of the new law, allowing wine sales going into effect on July 1st. Now, Todd told the committee that he had been involved in closed-door negotiations involving several unnamed parties before the legislative session.
I want those parties named.
And had promised to withdraw the bill if any changes were made.
I want to know who's holding up my buying wine at
In
the
the grocery
store. And come on, the tax revenue goes to the kids, to the schools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Let's hurry this up.
They're still going to be limited as to which brands they can carry and who their providers are and exclusive contracts, you know.
Right, and on top of it, for crying out loud, let's start selling liquor on Sundays. Okay, why do we still have that? Why do we still have that? No, I was asking to pot her mic down. Yeah, she's loud.
Oh.
Not you, your microphone.
You're loud.
Yeah, I know.
You're loud.
That's right.
Mouthy.
That's right. Very mouthy. The ladies think so also. But yeah, I mean, I've got to tell you, you know, why can't we buy liquor on Sunday? Jesus drank.
Welcome
Jesus
to the
drank.
Bible Belt.
But I'm telling you.
I live in Tennessee.
It can't be the only reason. It can't be.
Can you buy guns on Sunday?
I'm telling you, Jesus goes, hey, I'm drinking his blood right now. It's great.
Well, I'll tell you, when the Titans first came to Nashville, you couldn't buy beer at the stadium until noon.
That's
they did make an exception there.
Yeah, yeah, if it's worth it financially.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop being so hypocritical, Tennessee.
See, Sunday's the day of rest.
Yeah, I want to rest.
So why can't you rest with a beer?
Yeah.
Or rest with wine.
I rest better with wine.
Well,
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Right,
Yeah, just buy it on
Yeah,
Saturday.
just buy it on Saturday and stop
There you
being
go.
lazy. Just plan ahead
No.
like everybody else.
You're part of the problem.
Answer.
Plan ahead
That
like
mentality,
everybody else.
Marcus Guy, that's part of the problem. All right, look how well Legion Liquors does in Oak
Yeah.
Grove, okay? Look at what is
Just
happening
drive to
right across the
Kentucky.
border.
Yeah, but
We're
anybody
supporting
that's
our
smart will
brothers
just,
in Kentucky.
they know this and they
So it's the wrong
handle it
outlet.
on Saturday. So
Sky
I mean,
Mark-
it's not like they lose business.
I bet it was to try to stop people taking their own wine bottles to communion.
Yeah. Over my dead body.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, can't you just open them after 12? Let's meet in the middle.
I've talked to Mulligans about this.
We'll meet in the middle.
I said, would it be worth your while to be open Sundays? I didn't even finish the sentence.
Mu-
Yes.
Of course, Mulligan's can't. Is not in charge of the law.
No, I know, but it would. You miss everything. All right, we got to go to break here, but that segment's good.
Oh, that last segment was brought to us by Section 125, which is the city's only sports grill carrying all the major sporting packages on 21 screens. Now you can get over to 125 on Franklin Street and try 2015's Best of Clarksville's Best Wings with all-day drink specials, live music from Cindy and Lucian on Wednesday, Travis Dukes on Thursday, and Matt Rogers on Saturday.
There you go. Section 125. I like it over there. Yeah, it's good times. I dropped my napkin for them too. I don't.
You don't want to start anything with Molly.
Oh, Molly, she's great.
Molly's down there now. You don't want to start nothing.
Yeah, they're building a stage right now too, so the live music could be elevated. I'm very excited about that.
It's
We're
gonna
going to be
be
doing
awesome.
some game shows over there. Yeah, Section 125. Located conveniently at 125 Franklin Street.
Wow, maybe it's all connected.
I know. I live right down there. Ugh, the karaoke. Gosh,
Yeah.
people suck at karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good thing I only got one ear. I only hear half of what they're talking
Oh
about.
my God.
Oh.
Man, but
Where's the rim shot? I'm supposed to get rim shot after that.
yeah, give him the rim shot. Sorry, I almost, sorry, my bad. But we got to take a quick break here. But
Welcome, BWC.
you know,
We
Billy,
love y'all.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
And I love your mission, and I love the people involved in your mission. You got so many people that stop up, so many people that are heroes amongst this community.
That is true.
And you introduced one of them to us today. And Josh, thank you so much for coming in here, not only sharing your story, but providing some inspirational words.
Yeah, thank you for your
Well,
service.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
it's a strike way, man. It's a strike way. Top Guns, baby. We love it. All right, well, we got to take a quick break here. But speaking of which, man, Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah.
25 years ago this week. We got some Operation Desert Storm veterans joining the studio when we get back. Right here in the Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. All right, pictures. Can we do pics?
Yeah.
All right. This guy's anti-business in Clarksville.
What happened?
You're anti-business.
That is not true. And you shouldn't make things up.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, big.
We're gonna share it. Make you still there. I got you guys. I'm gonna ask you a question. I got you guys coming in.
$11 bottle of wine on Saturday.
Chief, can you do me a favor?
All day long. Tuesdays, check out Trivia Night with $3 racing RTs. Wednesdays are Fridays night with karaoke and dollar drinks with the Thursdays, nights are back, and the weekends are always on with the Kilt Girls and the Virtual Running event. Beer never looked so good. Have you ever purchased a sofa that was $2.99, $3.99, or $4.99, and it's all part of a month to a year? I'm Conrad Eddington with Eddington's Etc. If you are one of those people that got caught by one of those other furniture stores, come on to my store. We sell real furniture, flex steel sofas, sofas that you can jump on, and sofas that will last a lifetime. So come on into Eddington's Etc. 357
Set that up.
We sell
Who's that? About 3 hours.
Hey, you're fine. We're gonna share it.
Maybe you can even help.
I'm just gonna move this chair right there.
Alright, cool. We're gonna share it here.
Pretty good.
Gotta have the right gear.
Yeah, I already started. I love it.
Chili peppers, my favorite.
Chili pepper. All right, so yeah, Chief.
Yeah. Music is my aeroplane.
Just
With my give it away, give it away. Give it away, darling.
As much as I love going today, I gotta tell you, these pieces have
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
We had chili peppers.
How we doing?
Good,
Doing good. Where do you want it? Just ready. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna swing this microphone over here. There, sir.
That's mine.
That's not mine.
Thanks.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
This guy, nice to
How
meet
you
you.
doing?
Hey.
Right here.
Steve, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bubba.
In the back. Okay.
Not a staying outside.
Yeah.
When we get ready to come on, we'll have the close the door. Phone silent, vibrate. You can take pictures, but no flash. Streaming live, so if you really want to stream you guys, they call it personality around here. That's the top to it.
Put the headphones on.
Yeah. Headphones on. They close the mics, what we call directional microphones. When you're talking, it's this close to it. Somebody asks you a question, you go like that, we can't hear it. So it's kind of different around it. I can't hear it. You can slide down a little. Some more room.
This is yours. Check out that picture.
Look at that stud. Look at that stud.
There you
Oh,
go.
Bring in the, high pressure situation.
better be careful. The Democratic Convention might get a hold of this picture and use it. That's
I don't want to spill this here. I'm putting coffee right there. Close to the microphone.
But I like when it's.
Yeah.
Thank you for this, sir. Thank you.
Already breaking things. Stop touching. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, look at this. It's nice.
Masons. That's demonic. Come on.
No, it's not.
Come on, relax, smile. It'll be all right. Want some hard candy?
I don't want your cough drops.
What is it with you and hard candy?
Stop with the hard key.
I'm a grandpa.
About 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And the daddy.
Oh.
Let me stop.
At the same time.
It's like my grandmother
got babies.
butterscotch.
I love butterscotch. You can eat one.
Double your baby. 3 years. Retire already.
I'm retired.
No, I will.
Oh, no. Okay.
They okay? Too high? Yeah.
Share. You want to say something? Yeah. How about ready, we're out. Blow down.
That game.
All right, here we go. Where we go? Yoa.
I feel like I'm in the back of the classroom over there with these yokels.
Welcome back. Yeah, it's radios, guy.
Oh,
Nobody
okay.
knows what you're talking about.
Well, you can go to Joe Padula. What is it? JoePadula.com?
Oh, you don't know yet?
JoePadulaShow.com or JoePadula.com?
All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. JoePadula.com is the site you want to go to that she's trying to remember.
There you
You're
go.
cut off. You're not drinking anymore today. You're cut off. I already took away your wine.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I already took it away.
You suck.
Like 2 sips and she's tossed. Do you know what I mean?
She's mixing the coffee and the wine.
I'm a tiny person.
2-sip Nancy over there.
Oh, whatever.
But yes, you want to see what's going on inside the studio? JoePadula.com. Click that studio cam button. You can see the beautiful faces that are in here, including our next guests. Let me tell you, it's a good theme this week. Veteran themed. I love it. It just so happens to be strike themed.
Yeah.
Strike.
Oh.
I feel like I should be doing push-ups right now.
Standing up
But
right
yes.
there or something.
25 years ago this week, especially yesterday, the kickoff date, okay, Operation Desert Storm. All right, here it was. Iraq, Saddam Hussein goes into Kuwait and says, "You're mine." UN goes, whoa. We need someone to lead this coalition. Who steps up? George H. Bush goes, this act of aggression.
It's all right. You're very close.
This act of aggression will not go. What was his name?
Will not stand.
Yes, this act of aggression will not stand. Read my lips. And yes, the U.S. led the coalition forces to get Saddam Hussein and his 4th largest military in the world out of Kuwait. And man, who was on the forefront of that invasion? The 101st Airborne Division.
Yeah.
The mighty Strike Brigade, 50 Deuce. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio. Our Operation Desert Storm veterans. Yes, we got Ian, we got Bubba, we got Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, Strike is in the house. Man, Ian, great to see you again.
Of course, Joe.
Here, I'll get close to that mic. You got such a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And last time I saw you was, I believe it was 2013. I was still in the service. I was still in the Strike Brigade. And man, you guys came down and you were hanging out and checking out all the great things that was going on in the Mighty Strike Brigade. And I'm glad to see you're still connected, serving in in Iraq. Okay, you guys were deep into it, pretty far. When did you get out of the service?
I retired from strike in February '95.
95. Awesome. And Bubba, when did you finish your military career?
I got out in 95 also.
95. It seemed to be a trend, right?
It was one of the good timing of the years.
Absolutely. Well, during that time in the mid '90s, the cuts that were being made to the military, we were just. Speaking of which, you know who's calling me right now? Okay, my recruiter out of New Jersey. Okay, they're trying to get me to sign back up. It's unbelievable. They got him saying, "I'm on the." I should have taken the phone call.
Yeah,
I should have taken the
patched them through.
And yes, Steve, Steve, here it is. You're also an author too. There's the book right here, G-Day, Rendezvous with Eagles. Okay, and this is a 502nd, the Strike Brigade, and Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. And when did you get out, sir?
End of 91.
91. Okay, you're like this. Oh, 91. I'm done. I'm done in 91. I like it. It rhymes.
One war was all I cared to participate in.
Understood. Common phrase is nobody prays for peace more than the soldier.
Amen.
That is for sure. But it's good to see you guys here today. And, we're going to be talking about the Operation Desert Storm. Now, what were you guys' military positions? Ian, what was your role?
I was a squad leader in an infantry line platoon.
Right, and the invasion, prepping up, okay? Train as you fight, okay? This is the common theme in the service, okay? What was some of the training that you guys did in preparation for, at the time, Desert Shield and then Desert Storm?
We were just constantly in the desert, out of Camp Eagle 2, training for days, weeks on end. It was just, I think that was a big part of the whole anticipation of the entire operation. We were just training, waiting to just do what we were training for.
Now, did you guys do any special type of weapons training? Was there anything involved as in, I don't know, maybe, well, I see a picture of you on a donkey. Okay.
Oh.
Did you use any donkeys in your training, sir?
Yes.
No, that was
Archaic.
that was a situation. I went to the defense.
Yeah.
I went to the Defense Language Institute out
Okay.
in Monterey, California, and I took Arabic.
So they did do some Arabic training.
Well, it had nothing to
spoke
do
Arabic.
with this operation.
Okay.
I just happened to have that training, and when I joined the 101st, they had already been in Saudi. I was part of Operation Sandfill. Bubba was part of the 101st. Steve and I came in later.
Right.
And as far as the donkey goes, all my guys were trying to talk to this feral donkey, and I'm saying, where are we? Well, Sarge, I said we're in Saudi Arabia. The donkey doesn't understand English.
That's right. The donkey is fluent in Arabic. Okay.
So I started
Like most
talking to
donkeys.
this donkey in Arabic,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
wouldn't leave me alone.
Oh, that's right. The donkey goes,
Oh, you are friend.
you are a friend, my friend.
But there's other parts to that story, but
Oh,
we'll
no.
get into that later.
But yeah, if you want to know what we're talking about,
Donkey parts.
go get Steve's book. Okay, G-Day, Rendezvous with Eagles. Now, well, Bubba, here it is. Okay, part of the invasion. All right, bring us there. Okay, so you guys are on the border of Saudi Arabia and Iraq and Kuwait. Okay, all the coalition forces. You had the 101st there, you had the 82nd there.
Right.
Okay, I'm picturing it like it was look at a football field. Okay, you have your offense. Okay, and you have your defense on the other side. And on the offense, you're screaming Eagles. Okay, you're almost there. I'm sorry, you're 82nd. All right, 5th Special Group. Okay, 20. No, now it's 25th, but I think it was 24th at the time. 24th or 26th. Right, but you had all of these infantry brigades, okay, infantry divisions lined up. What was it like over there? Were you guys just waiting for the hike of the football, if you will?
Well, one of the biggest moments that stood out is basically all the sorties of helicopters for us to ready to load, take off, and air assault in.
Right.
And that was one of the moments where you knew, okay, here we go.
Here we go. Were you guys nervous?
No, not nervous. Actually, at that point, we'd been there long enough. We'd been out in the desert long enough.
Yeah, you guys were just ready to implement.
We were ready to do something and get it done.
Right.
We were ready to be done and get it done.
Absolutely.
A little pissed off because we're out there,
Yeah.
you're miserable.
What was the food that you guys were eating? Was it all MREs?
Yeah, MREs.
I would be pissed too then. Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
they take their toll on you for a while. And,
You ain't kidding. Especially in the bathroom. Oh man,
well,
those
you're out in the
cool
middle of
bars.
the desert. The most you got is an MRE box for a porta potty, so.
That's right. That's right. The coffee in those things were terrible.
Yeah.
So grainy.
But
And
you didn't get the peach cobbler, the dehydrated.
the peach cobbler was good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
those were good.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't remember any of that stuff.
Yeah.
There were 66 Black Hawk helicopters in the desert.
Okay.
30 Chinook helicopters in the desert. Nothing but helicopters in the desert.
So it was a sea of helicopters.
A sea of helicopters. We were all standing beside our helicopters in the desert.
Right.
Kind of like they did in World War II.
Right.
Standing beside their C-47s, getting ready to go into Normandy.
So, John, what was the Steve? What was the word that you guys were waiting on? What was the?
G-Day, 25 years ago today, this morning, we engaged in the largest and longest air assault in United States history at the time.
Right.
93 miles into Iraq on G-Day morning to establish Forward Operating Base Cobra so that the 101st Airborne Division could do follow-on missions
Right.
to cut off Highway 8, establish a forward air refueling point. It was an awesome sight. There's no picture that could ever convey that, and I mentioned that in the book. There's no way you could take a picture of that scene, but we remember that scene.
Imagine being the enemy, okay, and all of a sudden you have a slew of air assault choppers coming your way.
It's not a good.
Of course, my hands would go up, saying, "Oh no, here, take my mule, Ian, please."
Did you guys have any communications with a combat correspondent? Like, did you have someone there that was there to document this event and this day?
Absolutely. Time Magazine sent in, several people at the time. They tried to catch a ride with us. We had 19 on our bird, 16 passengers, 3 crew member. And that's mentioned also in the book. But we didn't have room for them.
Right,
we didn't
right.
have room for them to tag along.
Which is why now, the importance of having your own soldier combat correspondent is so important to the mission.
Yes, yes.
And, here it is. Not only do they go in there and document, but they go in there not with an agenda. Okay, as we all know, media maybe has a little bias from time to time.
Yeah.
We had our good times. Ian Berkowitz, what a great NCO he was.
What a great name too, Berkowitz, right?
Absolutely. He was a great NCO, great leader of troops, but he could also make you laugh when the time was right.
Right.
When the pressure was up,
Right.
he could make you laugh. He could balance out that high pressure situation.
So necessary.
Which is great.
So
Yeah.
necessary.
A sense of normalcy in a place that is not so normal. Sometimes that is a sign of good leadership.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
Now, putting the book together, though, Steve. Was this a thought of yours while in combat, or when you got out, or like, well, you know what? Let me piece together what we saw over there.
I had some notes that I took over there, a small diary of notes, key information. And I put that in a safe deposit box. Every year I'd pull it out and say, someday I need to write a book about that.
Yeah.
So the 20th anniversary came up, and I said, this is it.
It's time.
So the 20th anniversary, 5 years ago, I just reached out to then, General Pete.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our division commander at the time, General Pete. And he was so gracious to send me information regarding that event and that time. Also, George H.W. Bush 41, did the same thing. Their office was so gracious in sending out information. So now I'm holding history in my hands.
Right.
It's not a book of fish tales.
Right.
Fish stories. As time gets on, you're gonna just tell a bunch of stories. It wasn't that.
Facts. And your book, it starts in Fort Campbell, okay, and it goes into what we're kind of talking about here is the training, the setting up, the preparing, and then going over there, and then the hurry up and wait, is a very common term in the Army, and then the actual air assault, and who better to do an air assault mission than the 101st Air Baby?
Yeah.
Air assault. Ooh. Just gonna chill. I never had once. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's right. But then and then the book goes into a little bit of afterwards too. Okay. Now after here it is. Okay, the mission. You guys are out there. You guys are rocking and rolling. All right. We looked it up. Thunderstruck. AC/DC was a very big song at the time.
Yes.
You guys are out there. Yeah, take that. Iraqi, Republican Guard. You suck. Right. The whole bit. All right. But now you do what you got to do over there. Okay. And believe me, there were the enemies that did put their arms up and here, please put me in a camp. I don't want any part of this. But you had some very, I don't know, fighters that did not want to give up, and you guys took them out too. But now that you're over there, okay, and it's pretty much mission complete, the 100-day war, the 100 days of ground battle. When you're packing it all up and getting it ready to go home, are you guys satisfied? Did you feel that there was still more to do, or was it time to come home?
We had follow-on missions in our bag. We could have gone on. We could have done more.
Right.
We could have done anything we were asked to do. You know, we're the 101st Airborne Division.
That's
we could
right.
have done it all.
Oh my God,
And-
my hair on my chest is growing as we're having this conversation.
Oh.
I love it.
Well, that's the way. That's the way we
Yeah,
felt.
me that.
We felt we had each other. We were well trained. We were a HUA division. We could do whatever we were asked to do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But when you guys did start making the return home, like Ian, what was the reception from the return of Operation Desert Storm?
Well, for me, it was a little different. Because like I said, I was a replacement when they had already been in country. So when I got back to Fort Campbell, I had no family here. I didn't even have a barracks room. Other people were on block leave.
Where'd you sleep?
Well, this is the thing. This is one of the reasons that Bubba and I are very close, because Bubba said, "Burke, you ain't staying in a hotel. Come stay with me."
How can they allow that though? I mean,
Well, it was the sign of the times, but I went home with Bubba, and we've been best friends ever since. I mean, I'm his son's godfather.
Nice. Oh, yes.
But I mean, that's the situation at the time. Everybody goes on block leave. They don't think about those logistical support type things.
Right.
I believe Steve was in a similar situation.
Steve, when you get home, you had to stay at Bubba's place too. That's terrible. Bubba, I feel so bad for you, sir.
Hope he's got a big house.
Bubba opened his house up.
Bubba's like, man, Steve, just take out the garbage. He's like, no, I'm writing. Leave me alone.
I think Steve said with one of his NCOs, right?
Vernon Sizemore, one of my bosses at the time, he said, "You're not staying in the barracks. You're coming home with us." And so it was a family. We were a family.
Right.
And anybody that goes to war together is a family.
That's it. I mean,
You
eat,
forever.
You fight as a team.
That's right.
The blood, the sweat, the tears forms a bond, a cohesion that is at times unbreakable.
Yeah.
And you guys still share that today, and that's the overall mission of today's message is, man, look at this bond.
Yeah.
Okay, and how can we apply this bond to situations today? I mean, we got soldiers, and believe you me, that bond is still existent with today's soldiers when they come home.
Right.
Man, we got to translate that to the civilian world.
Of course, we had great leadership in Desert Storm from the top down. But
General Storm and Norman,
General Storm and Norman,
Colin Powell, General Powell at the time, one-time
The
strike
best.
commander, right? Strike 6, 1978, I think it was. I think it was a 16th strike commander.
but we had the American people.
Yeah.
Right.
The American people, 100% on board
Right.
with what we were doing.
Why do you think
100%
so?
backing.
Why do you think? Because we all seen the stories and the videos in Vietnam when they come home from war, the spitting.
Well, Joe, like Steve and I are Vietnam era veterans.
Okay.
We didn't fight in Nam, but because of when we came in, I think Steve was in his 72.
Okay.
I
yeah.
came in at 74.
All right, right. So you saw.
So we saw what was going on, and during that time period, the military was not a very popular place to be.
Right.
And I was just telling Steve this afternoon, I mean, of all the guys that I came in the Army with, I can't name any of them that stayed in. They did their little 3 or 4 year gigs and got out.
Where was the incentive? Right.
But I think the difference with this was it was just it was a whole new sense of Americanism and patriotism. It was just everybody was like the coalition. It was just everybody was kicked their ass.
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
I like it, and I tell you, a lot of people attribute to. You mentioned leaders, okay? I mean, you got guys like Ronald Wilson Reagan, who was, listen, America, you can do this. Optimism, right? And then here it is. Here's the opportunity to prove that you can do it, and you guys went out and you guys did it.
Well, George H.W. Bush put together a coalition of 34 countries.
Right, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
unprecedented
Right.
to this day. 34 countries.
Still, France.
He brought the country together. He brought the world together for a common cause to kick
Right.
out this dictator that took over a small, defenseless country.
I'm glad you finished the word dictator, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, that was but you ain't kidding, because here it is. I mean, 34 nations. It's a sign of a leader. And do you remember the polls at the time? Okay, when everyone's back home. Okay, the election season was kicking up. Okay, he was at 90%. 90% approval rating as soon as the 100-day battle ended.
And he came on board 2 weeks ago.
Right.
2 weeks ago to be our honorary chairman for the National Desert Storm War Memorial.
Oh my God.
He is still giving back to the troops,
Right.
his troops in the country
Isn't that great?
at 92 years old.
Man, is he still jumping out of planes? I saw he was doing the.
Oh, man.
He was doing the. What do they call it? The
Tandem
tandems.
jumps.
Yeah, he was doing the
Right.
tandem jumps. Right. But man, you guys said it. You know, leadership from top to bottom. Okay, it builds that cohesion, allows you guys to be successful.
Yeah.
You guys implemented. What was the toughest thing about Operation Desert Storm? And we'll start at Ian and we'll work way above and then to yes, Steve.
I don't know. I think there was a lot of different things. I mean, just navigation, with the topographic maps, trying to piece together the desert, match it to the maps. That was very difficult. The initial logistical issues, water, things like that. I mean, I think I went 66 days without a shower.
Nice. I dated a girl like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We ended on day 67.
Oh, that's
But I
terrible.
mean, what'd you do then? What did you do without 67 days or 66 days without a shower?
Well, when you write letters home and you had an opportunity to call, you don't want cookies, you don't want anything but baby wipes.
Yes.
Well,
I
yes.
mean, I'm
Yes.
telling you,
Yes.
that's
That's
what
right.
we lived off of baby
Baby
wipes.
wipes.
You
Plus
live
those-
by yourself.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Plus those cookies, many calories.
Yeah.
Bubba, what about yourself? What was the toughest part about the Operation Desert Storm for you?
Well, I think the toughest part for me was, anticipation, and then, of course, I always keep it in my mind because, I was a medic. I
Right.
was a senior medic for the company,
Uh-huh.
and taking care of my men, making sure they're taking care of our men.
Right.
And that always weighs, in my mind, it always weighed on me. The health and safety of our troops.
Absolutely.
And that was always the forefront of every day.
Now, I mean, here
So-
as a medic, I mean, what I do enjoy or appreciate and respect about the Army, some of the other branches, it's job first and then soldier second. But in the Army, it is soldier first,
Soldier first.
MOS second.
Soldier first.
Right. So I mean, here it is. I've seen medics out there in Afghanistan, okay, where they're just picking up that rifle and bang, bang, bang. Because
Right.
man, let me tell you, if you're not able to do your job,
I did the same thing these guys did. I trained the same way they did,
right,
and I could do their job if I had to,
Absolutely.
without question, without any delay. That was my first job. My second job was to keep them alive, keep them safe.
that's right, absolutely.
So, in a sense, that was part of being a medic, taking care of my guys, whether it meant I picked up a 60 or a saw to take care of them and help them. So be it, that's how it goes.
How many heat casualties did you have to take care of?
Fortunately, we stayed on top of that.
Good,
We
good.
didn't have too many,
Nice.
not in our company.
That's right.
So
Let me tell you,
there's always a constant drink water.
I would have been bribing you for all the IV bags, the saline bags. I'd have been like, yeah, Bob, here, do me a favor. Here's my peach cobbler MRA.
Yeah, well, the worst part was trying to get the chlorine taste out of your mouth from the water that we did get. But,
Oh, chlorine water. Oh. Yes. No, and yes, Steve, what was for you the most difficult part of Operation Desert Storm?
Doc Slater just mentioned it, taking care of the troops. We had this conversation over there. Water was literally being zapped out of our bodies.
Right.
And you and I had this conversation over there many times. Is the hands, everything is cracking and bleeding,
Yes.
and the sinuses are drying out. How do we keep our troops from getting sick?
Right.
This airborne illnesses. We had that conversation at Viper. We've got to make them drink water.
Right.
Water is being zapped out of our systems. We're out in the desert so many days.
And Viper is the FOB that was set up after Cobra. I believe, right? Cobra, then Viper?
Yes. So he did a great job of staying on top of that for us and keeping us from getting sick. You know, I remember him to this day taking care of the troops and taking care of us.
Yeah, acclimation is a very important key to the success of a fight. You know, if a soldier's too worried about his hands being cracked, how can he pull that trigger on the rifle? Right, exactly. So I'm telling you, you guys definitely paved the way for soldiers like myself. Chief AJ, okay, you got Ernesto out there who just made the transition.
Yeah.
Without you guys setting us up for success, we would not have been able to see the success that we saw in our battlefields. So, again, that leadership, you guys stepping up, it's important for the torch to be passed along. And hopefully we were able to do the same to future fighters.
But our heart goes out to you guys and those that serve multiple tours, and what a deterioration in relationships that are going on to this day.
Right.
We have our heart on our little brothers, so to speak, and little sisters, that are going through this over and over and over again. Thank God for them. Thank God for their service. And we're thinking about them.
Well,
as our forefathers thought about us. We're thinking about you.
We have Steve on line 1, a Vietnam veteran. Steve, how are you, sir? Ah, the draft, right. Yes, here. Right. Oh, Rocket Summer. Well, Steve, you... Steve, why do you think it is like that, though? Here in the Fort Campbell, okay, Clarksville, Oak Grove, even though they got that water problem going on right now. Okay, why do you think it is here that the acceptance of the service member is greater here in regions like Fort Campbell than it is in California when they were coming home from the jungle? Right. That's right, and defend their opinion, even though it's not exactly in line with theirs, right? Steve, you got a unique outlook on it, and I appreciate you bringing up that, yes, Clarksville and areas like Clarksville were supportive to those who came home when it was not popular. Okay, that's another thing too. I've seen a lot of people that have a fake support the troop mentality, even to this day.
Well, Joe, if I may interrupt,
please.
Steve and I were discussing this afternoon, and I wanted to put this out there. When we got back and everybody got settled, our money was no good in Clarksville. I mean, there was bars, restaurants, things going on. All you needed to do was show your ID card.
Right.
And it was just, thank you, we're opening up everything to you. And
what a difference from
it was a total difference, because, I mean, obviously when whole units deployed, the whole entire division was over there.
Right.
Obviously, economically, Clarksville took a big hit.
Right.
But even with that hit, when we got back, they didn't hesitate to thank us for our service. They appreciated us, and they showed it. They openly showed it.
Authentic.
And you don't see that nowadays.
Right.
And
that's right.
Yes, it does, Steve.
Yes, absolutely. That's right, for more than 30 days. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. Absolutely. Well, Steve, you ain't kidding, brother. Yeah, Steve, good point. I mean, it's a soldier follows orders, you know, and we pray for our soldiers, and we pray for those who make the decisions of our soldiers as well. General McCody? General Cody there? Yeah. Well, Steve, I mean, it sounds like you got a wealth of knowledge. Why don't you come hang out with us in the studio soon? Yeah, you got...
There you go.
No donuts. There's so many calories in that, Steve. Yeah. That's right.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Steve, thank you so much for calling and weighing in. We appreciate. You rock, Steve. We'll talk to you later, brother. There goes Steve. Yeah, well said. I mean, this area did support, and like you just said, when you guys got back from Operation Desert Storm, the area supported. Okay, Clarksville, you should be very proud of yourselves. Okay, because you don't fake support. All right, at least majority. I've run into a couple businesses where you're like, I know what you're up to.
You've got businesses that are very intertwined with the local culture. You know, you've got these families that are staying behind that are working in these businesses and running these businesses. I mean, it's just the whole culture of the area. You know, I want to say thank you to you guys for all the time that you invested for your service and to the callers and the listeners. And I know you were talking about how when you got out, you stayed with him and he gave you a place to stay. And I just want to say that, you know, and being on the show with Joe, we've seen that no one does more for the vets than other veterans.
Than the veterans, right?
That battle buddy mentality just continues to carry on, you know.
Never dies.
Well, you know, I think it's important, you know, when veterans get out, take time to wind down, get the Army out of your system or whatever.
Oh, Ernesto's following your orders right now as we speak. Where, Ernesto, you in there?
He very much supports that.
But I mean, you know, for myself, I'm a past American Legion commander. I'm a past president of Vietnam veterans. I'm a past commander in the Jewish War veterans at all levels up to district. I've been with the VFW as senior vice commander. So, I mean, I continue to serve.
Right.
And I think it's important that we do that because we are the future. Veterans are the future of the country. And
they play a very prominent role in the direction that this country goes into.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Even though it is, they say it, you know, it is less than 1% serves. But man, that less than 1% is very effective, not only just with protection of this nation, but man, the growth of it too. And plus they create great authors. Yes, like Steve Wee. Steve, how can we get your book?
Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com.
Too easy.
Don F. Pratt Museum.
You want to do another book signing soon? We can set that up for you.
Let's do it.
Let's do a book signing.
Let's do it.
I would love to get involved with a book signing with you. I mean, here it is. I mean, 25 years ago this week, okay?
Today.
Operation Desert Storm. Today, yeah, that's right. Today was the kickoff, you know, the set hike. And then, yes, into Iraq and into Kuwait, getting Saddam. And
you don't know what an honor it is to be here with you on our 25th anniversary. This is like a birthday party for us. Yeah. Ian and I and Doc, we were talking before. We can't think of a better place to be than right here, right now with you.
I appreciate that, but the honor is all ours on this end of the table. I mean, Ernesto, look at him. He's just getting out of the service. He's just getting up, actually. Look at him.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah,
just real quick. My father is a former Army, and he's a Vietnam vet, and I just want, I'm honored to be here. I'm a patriot, and I thank you guys for your service to the country.
Well,
I have so much respect for you guys.
Thank you.
It's so awesome.
Thank you.
We got to say goodbye, and we got to move forward. We fell behind, but I'm so glad we did, because let me tell you, I learned a lot. Okay, I learned a lot, not just by talking, but by listening.
Great stories.
And fantastic. You guys, again, thank you for paving the way for our success.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe.
Don't forget about
Thank
it.
you,
Yeah,
Joe.
hanging out with Ian Berkowitz, I mean, retired Army, Gulf War, 25th anniversary, out of Newburgh, New York.
We're brothers.
Yeah, that's right.
Homeboys.
I tell you, I used to party in Newburgh. Man, you guys are crazy. Yeah, you
Well,
guys.
wait a minute. You're from Rockland County.
Well, I lived in Nyack. Ever hear of Nyack?
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Many bars there too.
Oh, a lot of them.
Absolutely. But I mean, you got I mean, hobbies and interests include Harley Davidson, and yeah, I'm so glad that you're able to still be effective part of the military community.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, and Bubba. I mean, here it is. I mean, Doc Slater was the nickname.
Doc Slater or Slate Rock, because
Slate Rock.
I was a pretty hard person.
I like that. It sounds like a wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, Slate Rock.
Actually, Dee Shupska used to call me Slate Rock.
There you go.
What's Dee's nickname? Shoot Daddy.
Shoot Daddy.
Shoot Daddy.
Shoot Daddy, yeah.
Sounds like a pimp.
He's
But
cool guy.
but yeah, I mean, telling you, you know, you're out of Georgia there, and again, you know, hunting, fishing, motorcycles, a great way to stay focused with the mind. And thank you for your service and
Yeah.
paving
My
the way
pleasure.
for us also.
I wouldn't change anything.
Bada bing, bada bing. And Steve, wait. G-Day Rendezvous with the Eagles. Telling you, this is the book. You want to get Rendezvous with Eagles, G-Day. All right.
Joe, can we just push one thing?
Yeah.
National Desert Storm War Memorial.
Okay. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Steve really can tell you a little bit more, but you got to support it, folks.
Steve, fill us in.
Real quick, we're as of the end of 2014, we have unanimous approval from Congress, signed into law, a National Desert Storm War Memorial in Washington, D.C. And it'll be in the prominent places with the other memorials. We just got through negotiating with the Park Service.
Excellent.
It'll be in a prominent place
Love it.
in Washington, D.C. And no tax dollars were used in this.
Oh, I love it even more.
We're raising the dollars privately. We're not going to the American citizen to pay for this.
Right.
It's run by veterans, paid for by private donations.
See, America, you got to really understand the importance of what Operation Desert Storm meant for this nation.
Very cool.
Okay? This was a turning point, all right, a show of force that, yes, we are the world's most powerful army, all right, and we proved it in that 100 days
Yeah.
where the enemy was just going like this. Oh, I'm not fighting that. The enemy, I think in Arabic, forget about it. I don't know what
Right. So
the translation was, but
How
yeah.
can people show support for this army? Where do they go? What do they do?
National Desert Storm War Memorial.org.
There we
Too
go.
easy. Too
Excellent.
easy.
501c3 organization, all tax deductible. Thank you for your participation. We're doing it. We have an army of volunteers nationwide right now that are mobilizing for this effort.
Very cool.
It's all about America. It's all about that time when we got that 34-member coalition,
Yeah.
when our country was together.
Together. Together. Listen, take notes. Together. It's a beautiful thing. You get a lot of things done.
A lot done.
Days. In 100 days. Everyone together today, huh? Forget about it. All right, we got to take a break here, but thank you so much to our veterans. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, yeah.
our Operation Desert Storm veterans.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, we got to take a quick break here, but when we get back, headlining news, entertainment news, live music with Daniel Mason
All right.
of Amber's Drive. Oh, man, let me tell you, this guy's good. This guy is good.
Beautiful voice.
Well, before we do, what's some of the songs you guys were listening to while on patrol out in Iraq?
Yeah.
Back in the day, back in 1991?
Some of the
I wasn't listening to anything. I didn't have a radio out there,
That's
but
right.
I couldn't
Oh,
tell
man.
you.
Whatever the donkey was screaming,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Oh, man. All right, Clarksville, don't go nowhere. Your conversation continues when we get back, right here on the Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. Nice job, gentlemen.
Thank you, Joe.
Can we take pictures?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, sorry we got you off mic for that long.
He was so impatient. He had stuff to say.
He's angry.
He had so much to say.
He's over there.
Oh, no, I just put it. It's hard to hear. Trump lead Rose with third straight victory.
The ceremony, the kiss, the moment, the guests, the music, the decorations. Wait, television coming up. Let Joe Swing Joe Swing has a fully
Was that the
equipped
door?
kitchen, as well as exceptional cuisine.
I wish I would've played MWR first.
Seating
Well, you-
tables are available for up to 200 people. Plenty of comfortable space
you wish you
for all
would've
the
got it out the way.
and guests. With the state-of-the-art lighting and audio system, your event or party can get started right away with ease. Enjoy your feature virtual
When do you guys go back? Friday morning.
Recreational facility is located just inside Gate 1 behind Dolan Pool. For more information, please contact Eagle Catering at 270-798-4610. Joe Swing Recreational Facility, the hidden treasure that caters to soldiers.
Time now for a traffic update here on WJZM Radio, brought to you by the Augustine Insurance Group. Traffic moving along smoothly in the Clarksville area. No accidents to be reported at this time. We do have a couple traffic stops around town, the latest being on Fort Campbell Boulevard and Rossview Road. Be on the lookout for those, as well as your usual afternoon slow spots, including Wilma Rudolph and New Providence Boulevards, Fort Campbell traffic on 41A, and the intersection of Madison Street and MLK Boulevard. All usually slow this time of day. Slow down, stay alert, and have a safe ride home on this Wednesday afternoon. As always, this traffic update brought to you by our friends at the Augustine Insurance Group, Clarksville's insurance experts since 1972.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Warren. What's going on? I'm Jonathan Warren. Hey, how are you? I'm Jonathan Warren. Jonathan Warren, and I'm a professional voiceover specialist.
He still got to do the spotlight now.
Contact me at 804-591-7999.
Oh.
Facebook. I'm Jonathan Warren. I'm Jonathan Warren.
You too, it was great meeting you.
The professionals at Barron Shares Lives and More offer window cleaners like Ritter, Hunter Douglas, Horizons, and more. And home or business applications, prices that beat the big box stores, and no match or
Indigestion.
Blinds and More offers top quality blinds, shutter shades, and draperies custom designed for your home, business, and budget. Finally, Clarksville has affordable options that are practical and fashionable. 931-378-5157 and visit online at ClarksvilleBlinds.com. WJZM Radio is Clarksville's only local news plus sports station. For local news and current events, WJZM Radio is Clarksville's broadcast leader. Join us with Clarksville in Review, the 2-hour broadcast dedicated to updating you on the week's news and current events. Popular newsmakers on Clarksville in Review.
As a trial judge, we're not policy makers. Our job is to patiently listen to all the facts of the cases and then apply the law as it is. And so, as a conservative, I'm just going to do my job there. If I don't like a law, unfortunately, I have to follow it in this portion. And the law is what it is. It's not for trial judges to interpret or twist.
Brandon was a good guy. Saturday mornings, 8 until 10 on WJZM. Clarksville in Review. Here's what you expect from the station that's been all on
I hear that.
since 1941.
Brandon was a good
WJZM Radio.
No.
Tired of slow internet or missing the TV channels you
Good
want?
stories.
If you live in
Good
Clarksville,
stories.
make the switch to
A Heroes Day. I like that.
that.
Plus, don't call them almost Americans.
Who?
All Americans.
Oh, no, almost airborne.
Almost airborne. Horse shit.
Please get all out of your system now.
Oh my God, come on, man.
No contract.
That was
All you guys do is jump out of helicopter.
Yeah, I know. Hey, good one. I hear you.
We gotta split that up.
Guys, Joe and I.
We got a couple more breaks.
Don't give me that bullshit about that.
Almost airborne.
Can't add anything.
So they ain't that airborne? Is the airborne in there?
Oh yeah, it is. I'm saying is the 101st, even though they did very well when they were airborne, stopped. Aerosol, just the helicopter stuff. We need to take another stop.
You got 10 seconds. You good, Dean? 10 seconds.
9,
8, 7.
No, I'm just kidding.
6. 5.
Yeah, Daniel, grab a chair, Daniel.
No. Owned and operated since 1961.
19. Not today.
Not
today. Yeah, she wanted money, man, for the interview.
Yeah, right.
I said, no, we don't pay no money.
Yeah, go for it. Is this yours?
Sorry.
Are they gonna pay us?
Not today.
Oh, not today, Chick?
I'll take it.
Oh, I know you will.
No, she needed it.
Be happy you have a home right now.
Does she?
Not today.
Sorry,
TMZ.
Sorry, we're not TMZ. Sorry. We'll push your site. No doubt about it.
Send her a picture of the studio.
We were the ones that told it to get the GoFundMe site to begin with. On day one. Not today. Good luck with your stand-up comedy. You know, another one getting into stand-up comedy.
She's doing stand-up comedy?
What a joke. See, you gonna be funny just the way that she
The way that she talks, she's a good storyteller.
She'll just
Animated, very animated.
She gonna get her money and fade away. Make it till you make it.
Whatever. Yeah. You can hear us on joepadula.com over here.
That's right.
We give you the first. We give you the first opportunity to come on air, and then you ask us for money. Come on.
The website is.
Can't hear you. I will bleed. That problem? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah, you belong with me. You're my sweet. Hot.
I'm gonna deck Bader right in his mouth.
Hey.
Right in your pretty teeth, babe.
What did you do?
He's messing with me.
No.
He stopped messing with me.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400 AM. That was cool. Cool stories.
That was a great segment.
Yeah, I ran it a little long. Apologize about that, but I mean,
Great history.
No, it's worth it.
I learned. Yeah,
Yeah,
I learned.
it felt good.
And everybody remember too, we're an all volunteer army. All these people
Yes.
came in
Yes.
by choice.
Yeah.
They raised their right hand and they said, "I do."
And they wouldn't do it any differently either.
Right.
That was cool.
Amazing, man.
Right? I mean, look at today so far. With Josh coming in here and telling his story. I mean, what a courageous man. And, the three gentlemen that we were sitting with, and this book that I got, they signed it. You want to see what he says?
That's excellent. I like
He
this. I
signed
like
it.
this
His
photo
hands
on
are
the
Joe.
cover too. Look at, he was a looker.
Take
This
your
guy.
thumb
Oh
off.
yeah, he was a stud.
Wasn't he?
Oh, he's still a stud.
You take your tongue off first?
Ah, yes, to my friend Joe. February 24, 2016, G-Day, 25th anniversary. Joe, you're much better broadcaster than this guy. And then he signed it.
I knew that's what it said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I told him to write that.
Oh, how nice.
So you feel better.
I got a story here. Good Samaritans. There are good Samaritans, and there are not so good Samaritans, and there are the so-so Samaritans. New York's Riley Flattery discovered this after losing his wallet at the Wilco concert earlier this month. Guess know who Wilco is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Roger?
About a week later, Flattery received an envelope in the mail containing his driver's license, credit cards, and a note reading, "Dear Riley Flattery, I found your wallet and your driver's license, had your address, so here's your credit cards and other important stuff. I kept the cash because I needed weed."
At least he was honest. He's honest
Well,
about
he
it.
mailed all the credit cards and everything back.
That's
Wasn't it?
epic.
I kept the Metro card because, well, the fare is $2.75 now, and the wallet because it's kind of cool. Enjoy the rest of your day. Toodles, Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Toodles.
Toodles.
I love it, you go.
Because I needed weed.
So he's baked on the subway with a cool
Yeah, yeah.
wallet.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right, good for me. So, Samantha.
Way to get
Yeah,
back.
so.
Yeah.
So. It was like, well, you know, I
gotta take mine.
Yeah.
I love that.
I had me.
He could have thrown the cards in the trash.
Right.
But he didn't want to do
Yeah,
that.
he
was
sent the
like,
important
good for
stuff
him.
back.
you know what I'm saying? Since I took his money, I'm not gonna, you know.
Daniel Mason hanging out with us. How you doing, brother? All right?
What's up? Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
Got a chance
Doing
to
real
hang
good.
out with you at the John Mullins release party, February 6th.
That was a cool little.
That was cool, man. I like
Yeah.
what's going on.
That was a
I do too, man.
You guys got
There's a lot
something
of
really special down there.
there's a nice little music movement going on.
Well, you guys are allowed to. The artists are allowed to play their originals.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're allowed to thrive creatively. That's, I think, very important for the artists.
That means
It is a big deal, man. I mean, a lot of people get out and support the live music, which is totally cool.
Right.
So,
Sky, headlining news. What do you got?
Well, we've got Donald Trump has been declared the winner of the Nevada Republican caucuses, getting about double the vote total of his nearest competitor, Marco Rubio. Ted Cruz finished close behind Rubio in third with Dr. Ben Carson, John Kasich, and single digits. Next Tuesday is the so-called Super Tuesday, where a nomination could be locked up.
Yeah, it is going to be Trump Kasich. It is going to be that ticket. I do believe that. Danny, Danielle, you following politics at all? You following this big race, 2016 presidential election?
I was talking to Scott a little bit about it earlier.
What are you guys talking about?
I try to avoid the politics, to be honest.
Were you talking about it in the studio during the break?
Sure.
Yeah.
Then
I
that
mean,
microphone picked it all up.
Yeah, it's at the beginning.
Uh-oh.
No, it's way over.
I mean, I'm an independent conservative.
Right.
I am a conservative guy, but I really haven't wrapped my head around who I really want to get behind. Really, I mean, it's up in the air for me.
Well, here it is now. Okay, I mean, Trump is on a roll. All right, he's winning these caucuses. He's winning these primaries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, third in the row for him. New Hampshire, South Carolina.
Yep.
Now this caucus here in Nevada. Okay, which by the way, I can't stand this whole caucus process.
Mhm.
I really don't get it.
Yeah.
But man, I was watching the coverage of it last night on CBS, and they just do not want him to win. CBS does not want, and I can't.
Well, Fox wasn't acting like they wanted to win either.
And people are saying, no, it's still early. This is only 4 states so far that has been represented. Iowa, I mean, the other one, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, media-wise, on a grand scale, I just don't want to support Donald J. Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it looks like the people really resonate because it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
I think election day is going to be really weird. It's going to be very strange.
I think it's going to be a landslide.
I think it's going to be the lesser of two evils, and
Yeah.
Well, that's what they
people
say for every
Which is
election.
not a big appeal.
But this one's a little bit different.
I don't know. You got non-politicians that are leading the way right now with J. Trump, okay?
Which I agree with. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think non-politicians should be in the White House. I think a savvy businessman is what we need at this point. But at the same time,
To work on the national debt.
I mean,
for
the
sure.
the guy was running The Apprentice. You know what I'm saying?
Great show.
Sure, if you say so.
I can't wait for Schwarzenegger's apprentice.
Maybe he'll be the next Reagan.
And some of these,
Right.
just,
Right?
you know, but he's thinking about the stats. He's thinking about what's going to be shocking, what's going to get the real numbers. And when it comes down to it, those may not lead to the best decisions for the country. If you're thinking of something that's always going to be dramatic and entertaining.
Well, have you noticed that he's been toning it down a little bit too?
Right, and he has to. He has
He
to.
said
He has
come,
to.
to come
Well,
down to show
We don't
he's
want.
capable.
I've read articles where they say that if
Yeah.
Trump was to win it, that we would not be seeing the Trump that we're seeing now. He's going to have to reframe himself completely.
And I think he understands that, and that's why
And-
we see less tweets of him calling out,
Well,
"You're
we're
a
talking about-
numbskull."
Let me see if I can find a funny clip today.
Well, and I don't, I don't want a Twitter president. I don't want a Facebook president. I want a
Right.
president that's going to run this country.
And get work done.
Oh, we got a Twitter president.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do now.
We do now.
We
yeah,
have
we
a
got
social
an
media.
Oprah
And we
Twitter
need him to
president.
go away.
Right. Now, what about the Democratic side? What are you thinking?
Let me tell you, this is the one that is really.
Like a Sanders Clinton? What are we thinking?
No, I don't believe it's Bernie Sanders.
There's so much controversy on the Democratic side. That's what I'm saying. This election is so weird because you got Trump, who's a standout guy who's been out, publicity-wise. He's been around for forever.
Yeah.
And then you have the Democrats who have controversy all over their party right now.
Yeah. Just a mess.
And then
When
on
I
top
sit down
of
and
it,
vote, what am I going to do?
Hillary's just a
The-
mess.
There
the-
it is going across CNN right now. Trump on VP pick. I want somebody that's political.
Right.
Because he's not. But check this out.
But that's why I'm saying he's going to pick
He
Kasich.
needs the advisor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
From
think that's the
Ohio.
reason why I'm so like out of the. Everybody has like strengths, and if
Right.
it could combine all to one guy, it'd be kind of cool. But
Right. Well, the word
I don't know.
president, okay, is Latin to preside over.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Delegation. Right? To run. I like
oh
that.
sure,
So what is this clip you got here, Mark Owens?
This is Trump in his latest attack on Cruz.
Okay.
All right, let's
I thought
hear
it was
it.
pretty funny. Found it this morning.
Oh!
But why doesn't part of me love that?
Only Trump, man. Only Trump.
Because it's
Baby.
entertaining like daytime TV.
I don't
you
want that as
know?
a president.
But part of me goes, listen, he's just speaking his mind.
So he
They call
says
him a
that
liar.
to a political leader of another country.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
had war.
You
I
know
want
what?
somebody
Oh,
that's,
and this is from Bay.
I want
I've
somebody
said
that's
that.
political. I want somebody that's political to be my VP. I don't want my VP to run my
because-
country.
Well,
Because
no,
you're not
but-
political.
Remember,
I said-
remember growing up, and your mom always said, don't say anything unless it's nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you're gonna say something, make sure you say it in the correct
You know how many
way.
mean things my mom said about me after she
Right.
said that?
He's a
Okay.
non-political
Yes.
politician.
So I wish she was just upfront with me from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, my mother. always-
Merkel is a baby. She's
Yeah.
a big sissy
Right, but
baby.
we've got
Like, we
people
don't need
here.
that.
We got people here that work for the county that are more well versed than Mr. Trump. Anyway,
I said from the beginning, if he gets elected, we'll be at war with China and Russia 20 years earlier.
Nah,
you know what happens when he calls one of them a baby?
Nah,
He's that
here's
little
the
baby
thing.
face. Look at your little baby face of your little.
But here's the
baby
thing,
face.
Trump knows he has tech. When he goes after somebody, he knows why he's going after them. The guy is a very good chess player, obviously. I mean,
Right.
look at the results that he is getting.
He's still here.
So he knows what he's doing.
He's resonating.
All right, there's a crowd out there, and that's why he's saying it now to get that crowd involved and get those votes. Right. But if you really think that he's going to go on a stage and go, China's a baby, you're wrong. That's not going to be his approach.
He might say something else.
No, he'll be like this. China makes a lot of babies. Right. Please continue.
Well, the Pentagon released a long-anticipated plan outlining the steps the Obama administration will take to close the notorious Guantanamo Bay detention facility.
Notorious.
Notorious. Now, the document released Tuesday morning contained a few surprises and failed to remedy the conflicts between President Barack Obama's aspirations to shut down Guantanamo during his final year in office and legal restrictions imposed by Republicans in Congress that prevented the president from sending any of the remaining detainees to the U.S.
Yeah, the Guantanamo Bay. I mean, this has been on his hit list to shut it down. I
To
mean,
do.
it was a campaign promise, okay? But Guantanamo Bay holds people that want to kill Americans. All right? Say you shut it down. Now what do you do with those people that want to kill Americans? There's got to be a plan, and this is where the Republican opposition is.
Right.
All right? What's to do with the people? All right? Remember the trade-off for the traitor, for the four captains?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, that was terrible.
Okay, what do you do with the people that are in there that will be even more emboldened to get their hands on us once they're released? So where do you go? You go, oh, here's your home. Thanks for staying. So yeah, this is a tough situation.
Yeah.
And it takes a leader, a proper leader to figure it out.
Well, proper planning and a staff and a team. You can't just step up and say, this is on my presidential to-do list
Right.
and not have a follow-through plan at all.
In the end, it'll be good for Cuba, though.
Oh, you think they're just going to stay in Cuba?
No.
Be like, cigar!
No. With all the stuff that's happening with Cuba and how we're slowly transitioning to the point where we can travel there
Right.
and visit
Yeah.
there, it's
Smoke
going to be
their
another
cigars.
Alcatraz. It's going to be a great
Museum.
area for tourists to come into.
Yeah.
Oh,
A piece of history.
They'll have another movie in The Rock too. Did you see The Rock? He's going to be in the Baywatch movie.
He's going to be the Hoff.
Yeah.
He's going to be the Hoff.
Oh, no way.
Oh, man.
Confirmed.
He doesn't have the hair
Confirmed.
for that. All right, well, could the Cold War II have been avoided if Adolf Hitler had been a little more well endowed?
Yeah.
Historians have uncovered some of Hitler's medical records that show he might have had a condition called hypospadias.
Yeah, tiny penis.
Tiny pee-pee.
Tiny
Which
weenie.
causes-
Macro.
It causes a certain appendage to appear small. Now, while they can't prove anything from the medical records, Hitler's personal doctor allegedly diagnosed him with a condition and is said to have prescribed him with hormones and amphetamines to improve his sex life.
Yeah. How about that Ava Braun? She must have been a very disappointed
Yeah.
woman.
Very unhappy.
That's someone that just loves power.
He's just small and angry.
He also had one of the testicles that was inside of his, what
Inverted. Inverted or.
Whoa.
He was all kind of messed up.
Yeah.
One was inside, and then
Yeah.
he had the little dingling.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, this
right?
poor guy.
Right?
No, there's nothing poor about
I
him.
would
I'm
kill
very
everyone.
glad he's in the ground.
I am so angry. I will kill everyone.
Yeah,
All right.
This guy was a mass murdering
Yeah,
jerk.
he was an
you know what I
a-hole.
mean?
I was at his burial site.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. They put an apartment complex right above it. They
What,
didn't even care.
the ditch filled with petrol.
So when you go into Berlin, Germany,
Yeah.
you have Adolf Hitler's burial site, and it's one small plaque.
Well, it's in honor of his pee-pee.
And to the and to the left of it is a huge Holocaust memorial.
Oh, that's pretty
sculpture.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
There you go.
Like a screw you Hitler.
Yeah, he'll be mad forever.
Wow.
Now, two nonprofit groups said in letters sent to the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodall stating
Goodell.
Goodell.
Sports.
Goodell. The National Football League should stop offering fantasy sports competitions to children because the games could lead to some young sports fans down the path of gambling addiction. Now, the two groups, the National Council on Problem Gambling and the Campaign for Commercial-Free Childhood, said in letters Wednesday that the NFL, quote, aggressively marketed a fantasy sports game on NFL Rush, its website and smartphone app for children, as well as on SI Kids and Sports Illustrated website for children, and through an elementary school curriculum based on the contest.
Yeah, they do introduce gambling. I mean, that's what.
But it's like poker.
Poker,
Yeah,
really
that-
lower.
that's on the computer.
Yeah, all them games are on the computer.
Right.
You start with Go Fish. And then you move your way
Yeah,
up.
Go Fish.
Or-
Man,
Fish
Go
is the
Fish.
gateway.
Or the Old
Yeah.
Maid or Uno.
Yeah. Gin rummy, get it out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Little
Right.
blackjack.
Blackjack. Oh, please, African American Jack. Too.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
the young ladies in one of Portland, Oregon Girl Scout troop definitely have a bright future ahead of them. They devised a way to drive up cookie sales by setting up a stand outside the Foster Buds marijuana dispensary.
Nice.
The sign on their table
That a girl.
read, quote, satisfy your munchies.
Oh.
One of the Girl Scouts' aunts said, quote, the Girl Scout organization said they didn't condone this, but it's not against the rules.
All right.
Now, one Girl Scout said, quote, it seems like people are happy we're here.
That's good business.
Nice.
Like,
Good job.
yeah, man.
Now you got the job.
Now they have to have Girl Scout potato chips.
Sold
Yeah.
so many cookies.
That's right. Can I get some of the tag-alongs, man?
Yeah, man.
The Samoans are so good.
Nah, I like the
Yeah,
trifle.
they sell themselves. What are they going to do this for?
Right?
No.
Just show let me tell you, that girl is going to Washington, D.C. this trip. That's
That's
for
a one
sure.
My thing is, we
Smart
always
ass.
get like 4 boxes of them, and then you go grocery shopping, and they're like, "Want some Girl Scout cookies?" And you're like, "No, I've already got so many." You got to tell them all no, and then you're the jerk.
You are that jerk, yeah. All right, well.
Mark, just get the cookies. They're like $3 for the box.
Give them away.
That's too much.
That's
So,
expensive.
a judge has approved a nearly $1 billion settlement.
Don't be
between
the yes man.
Okay, between the Obama administration and the Native American tribes over a decades-old claim that the government shorted tribes on contracts to manage education, law enforcement, and other federal services. Now, attorneys for the tribes learned today that a federal judge in Albuquerque approved the agreement some 5 months after federal officials and tribal leaders announced that they had reached a deal to settle the class action lawsuit for $940 million.
So how much are the tribes getting?
$1 billion.
$1 billion. $1 billion is going to the Native Americans.
I'm gonna.
Hold on a second.
I'm gonna step away
My
from that.
Benita. That means
Well.
in German.
Okay. All right, well.
The Chief, how do you feel about
What?
that? I mean,
Come on,
Chief,
Chief.
for the photo.
$1 billion for that's not enough.
That was not enough.
Whoa!
What are you, crazy?
Oh,
What do you mean it's not enough?
money.
He still hurts.
It still hurts.
What land are you sitting on?
The land of the free. That's right. That cost $1 billion, I guess.
because of the thieves.
Thieves. Listen.
Oh, there it is.
No.
There
Listen,
it is.
I
Bam!
understand.
Because we
wait a
had
minute
open
now.
arms for
Oh.
immigrants.
While we're talking about this, I watched an awesome movie.
Because that worked out
It's
well.
extremely long, but I don't know when the next time they'll make a movie about the Mayflower coming to America, but
Yeah.
Saints and Strangers.
Yes, I see.
That is a great movie.
Saints and strangers.
Yes, sir.
Sounds awesome.
It is.
All right, well,
Hold on.
Okay,
Let's see.
wait for it.
Scrolling down.
Wait for it.
Yeah, the computer was a little bit faster than the internet.
WJZM.
All right. Let's see. United States, 72.41% whites. 12.61% black. 9.11% other multiracial. Multiracial.
What year is this?
This is current.
It's Wikipedia.
4.75% Asian. 1.2% Native. Here's your billion.
Because you killed them.
Yeah, because we destroyed
Because
them.
we killed
Listen.
them and ran them off their land. And
Do you forget about the?
Hey, don't get me wrong.
You forget about the.
All right,
listen, do you think
what?
this
You forget
nation would
about
be
the
where it is if
Trail of
it wasn't
Tears?
for the? Listen, of course there was tragedies
Would have
along
been
the
a
way.
wilderness.
You know, there was horrible,
The whole thing
horrible
was a
mess.
tragedy.
The biggest thing that came to the Indians was disease,
Native
plague. You know, a lot. That's what wiped
Smallpox.
predominant numbers out of them. I mean,
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't-
didn't we give them blankets covered in smallpox? I mean, there wasn't it just
That
Yeah, but not on
disease and
purpose.
warfare?
That
Yes,
was-
it
it was
was
on
purpose.
A lot of that disease is right overseas.
What wackadoo?
We were-
Get
It was on
tinfoil hat. Get the
purpose.
tinfoil
No,
hat.
that-
No, it was on purpose, but we were trying to control a country. We were trying to control land. And I
Listen.
totally get it.
And I mean, throughout the course of history, people have stomped on other people. And I mean, it's just conquering.
Right, but
It's just humanity's
so
entire history.
how long do you keep reparations going? I mean, when's the next $1 billion going to be sent away?
Do you still hurt?
Yeah, it still hurts because the white man came here to our lands and claimed it was theirs, their land, and it wasn't.
Listen, it wasn't even your land to begin with.
Exactly, we didn't claim it.
He was born here.
No, the
You know?
natives, I mean, took it away from other natives.
Well, didn't they
No,
come
there was
across the
nobody
Bering
here.
Strait?
Yes.
There was nobody here. We
Yes,
showed up.
there were, of course.
They fought amongst themselves.
Telling
The
you.
only
This
thing
is
that
a huge
they banded
conversation.
together
This is
is-
be a whole
you
show.
had the
Yeah,
native
it could be a whole
ignorance.
show.
So
You had
because-
all different
no.
tribes.
So it's okay for Indians to kill Indians over land, but not other people kill other
We
people?
didn't kill over land. We
Yes,
killed,
yes, they
no, we
did.
killed over
Of course
food.
they
No,
did.
Yes,
no.
sir.
The
Yes,
Sioux-
sir. You did.
Are you crazy?
Everybody kill over territory.
The Sioux, the Cherokee, they all got into their fights over
Even
territory.
And now we're killing over interest rates. 'Cause
Right.
trust me, I've seen those.
The Apache,
those,
they were notorious. for
those
being-
loans.
So,
All right.
All right, all
I
right.
just want to add one more thing.
Yes, yes.
Go to a reservation, spend a year, then come back and talk to me.
No way. I don't want to get this
Thank you.
Jerry.
Whoa.
No, they're not clean. Have you ever seen the videos out of these reservations?
They do.
They're,
They
they're
do.
not clean.
It's a
They do
third
a lot
world
of
country
porn.
there.
But here's the thing. I mean, you give them $1 billion, and then they go, okay. I
Gambling and
would,
alcohol.
I would love to see the reservations be built up
Whoa.
properly into functioning, well-maintained, and clean cities.
They end up being casinos.
But right now, yes, and that's part of a problem.
Oh, this
It's not
got
part of a
rough.
problem. It feeds a tribe.
This conversation
Has
got rough
these
fast.
reservations
Feeds the
been
tribe.
working?
What else do they
Chief,
do? They gonna open
these
a Walmart?
reservations, you've seen them.
The
They-
casinos are working.
they need
the
help.
reservations,
Oh, yeah.
maybe not so much.
I just
And
wonder.
this is where I have to differ with that. I think in order for a reservation, or as we call it, concentration camps,
No.
Same thing.
Yeah, but they're ran by
They're-
you.
No, not
Yes.
ran by us. I'm not. No, the federal government does.
No,
They
the
were
federal government
provisioned.
provides the land, but they're self-governing reservations.
We only
Order.
change- we
All
only-
right, all right.
Big calls
Move
order.
forward.
Well, Tennessee lawmakers have designated a sniper rifle made in their state and used by militaries around the world as the official state rifle. The 50 caliber Beretta sniper rifle takes its place alongside other state symbols, like the tomato as Tennessee's official fruit.
I did not know that.
The cave salamander as the state amphibian, and the square dance as the state folk dance.
Oh my God.
Now the Murfreesboro-based supply
Better than the twerk.
a manufacturer supplies firearms, says you, to law enforcement, private citizens, and more than 70 militaries. Now the state Senate voted 27 to 1 on Wednesday to pass the resolution after earlier House approval.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. You know,
State rifle.
the state rifle is now the sniper rifle. I like that.
50
Yeah.
cal.
Yeah, take that,
Very nice.
American sniper.
Well, yeah. Now here's one for Bay that I don't think he's heard of. There's a new online dating site for supporters of Bernie Sanders. It's called BernieSingles.com, and it's a real thing, and they claim to have over 5,600 members already. The
Bernie
site's
Singles.
slogan.
Have you seen where they combine Bert and Ernie?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And they age him a little bit, and it
Yeah,
really
and
does
Tim.
look like
Bernie.
a cartoon Bernie.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. Well, the site's slogan reads, quote, "The 1% aren't the only ones getting screwed this election season."
Oh,
While
Ooh.
Bernie Singles doesn't have official approval from the Sanders camp,
Right.
they haven't made any objections or moves to shut it down.
Wow.
Okay, are you gonna sign up for it?
Wow.
That's all you need is a whole group of communist females. That's all I want.
Yeah, they would love you.
Bunch
Now,
of socialists dating that.
Headlining News is brought to you by the Daymar College in Clarksville. Now, Daymar has been helping students achieve their educational and career goals in business, criminal justice, healthcare, technology, and design, plus health and wellness. Now, for more information about your career, you can visit daymarcollege.edu.
Love me some Daymar.
Love it.
All right, we gotta take a break here, but then when we get back, I'm ready for some live music, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like Daniel, you got such a talent, you got such a skill, and you're going to display it here in just a moment. We also got a couple entertainment stories to go over here.
Yep.
But I tell you, I dig your insight on things, so I appreciate you weighing in.
For sure, man.
And let me tell you, those veterans appreciated
man.
your words too.
Totally appreciate them.
Joe, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take your blood money and do ourselves a favor and improve ourselves. Thank you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
But it's still not enough.
But $1 billion?
But it's still not enough, he says.
We're in such debt. Look at Nestle's like, I'm out of this conversation.
Woo, he left the room.
He's like, I
He
can't.
had to go have a
Outta
smoke
here.
after that. I was like, woo.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
That's
One little, two little, three
Three
little white
little-
people.
that-
That pissed
yeah.
you off too? Thank
No,
you.
no, but now that I sit,
It's alright, we'll take his microphone.
I no longer sit, you don't touch that.
You gotta call it cross-leg style.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crisscross
wow.
applesauce,
Yeah.
no longer Indian style.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crisscross apple.
I still use
Let's move forward.
Thank you. Joe Padula Show, WJZM, 1400 AM. Absolutely.
Hey, last break.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. And look,
Hey,
we
5 minutes
gotta
to
be
6
out of here.
Okay, what do we got?
We got
Spotlight on prep tonight. I don't want to be here until 7:50.
neither do I, man.
That's great.
No, it's not. I stopped getting paid at 7.
No,
Never
come
think
on.
about it first.
I don't get paid for the days
No.
where we hang out for an extra
No, yeah.
No.
Yeah, put in for that.
Ancestry.
I will. When you buy this station, I'm getting a raise.
But
Yeah.
I don't care. They can know too. I'm
Oh,
getting
my
a raise. It's my price just went up.
That's tough being a white man.
What was he? Shit, I say it's expensive. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
The whole point of the UFC back then was to actually
Well, the thing is, man, I don't fully understand it all. I know the history. I didn't live it because I didn't grow up. I mean, I grew up in a family that wasn't racist. That was I've never lived the So I don't know. So when I debate these things, of course I have opinions, but what is it? I'm just trying to live better to the future. You know what I mean?
You're gonna love our prices on one of the 17,999 new 24/7, 14,900 15 pre-owned and our credit challenge. Go buy your car. Hurry to Matthew Nissan Pre-Owned Superstore or MatthewNissan.com. Time number 54. Riz Advertising starts with largest and largest running indoor advertising to provide a captive audience for your ad. We guarantee that consumers will read your ad. Who else can say that? On average, people spend between 1 to 3 minutes to match ad and have information about your business. You can select customers you want by age, gender, interest, or zip code. Make your business name come to mind when consumers need your product or service. Call Riz Advertising 931-220-9044 or check them out on the web at rizads.com. WHIZZADS.com. Making good sandwiches. With around 2015 as the Clarksville Best Sandwich Shop. Reader's Choice. Favorite local eatery. Reader's Choice. 2 years running. Cheeseburger. Fries. Wrap. Cheesesteak. Mozzarella roll. Come on, man. What's so much more.
Scott! What? Jesus.
That's how I pay Joe.
Oh, you're terrible.
Win!
Your blood pressure. That explains a lot. I do steamrolling. Best way to wake somebody up.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
There we go.
Snuck up behind her, just let my foot out.
Sit.
You're so mean.
Have a seat at the table since you're gonna be a millionaire.
I ain't getting a dime. What you talking about, man? Shoot.
Who they giving it to?
I don't even get money for.
Hey, my grandpa was 97% Cherokee, so you get paid. I want
I
some.
don't get nothing.
They took my land too.
This is a story, I got a couple questions that you'll know about. Oh, great.
Get my money.
But I don't pay taxes, so hey, that's a good deal. You know.
You know, and you get money out of it too.
How much they cash out?
I don't get no money out of it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about her getting raped like crazy?
Talk about her.
Allegedly.
Was she drugged up?
No, I got opinions on that.
Was she drugged up?
Of course.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, there's no proof that she got raped.
I know how you feel comfortable.
Gotta have proof. And plus, he looked like she was high on pills.
These cannot be trusted.
She was fucking.
Sound
What's that?
Sound quality, no.
Oh, yeah, it's all
I
good,
wouldn't see
man.
what
Like I
that
said,
is.
don't put yourself in a situation where
I'll take a moment to get ready to say.
That's the whole music industry.
you can be smarter than
I'm
that.
turning my microphone.
Yeah,
You can't suck dick and then say sexual assault.
All right, we're coming out. We're coming out. We're coming
That you
out.
cannot do.
And that's true.
Filter off.
Wow.
Alcohol
Oh,
just
if we
make
can
you
make it
mad.
another
I
20
don't want to
minutes,
have
yeah,
sex when I'm recording.
Say that again?
20 more minutes and we've got one whole.
No, why would you say that? Why would you say
It's
that?
gonna happen.
Yeah, baby.
Not me. Gotta be Adams. I like the Adams. Don't like the What you think I got to be?
All right, here we go. Yeah.
What a great hook.
I love my bell
Your
bottoms.
love that
Thank
fits
you.
me better than my favorite pair.
So good.
It's awesome.
Can you change that song up a little bit? The favorite pair of slacks? Or, you know. But,
Sorry, Joe. I might be able to just noveltize it,
I love it.
you know.
You guys got a great
For you.
sound.
Thank you,
big
man.
fan of Amber's Drive. Okay, we got Daniel Mason hanging out with us of Amber's Drive. Where can we see you guys next?
This Friday will be at Leaper's Fork in Franklin.
Okay.
Leaper's Fork Puckets.
Uh-huh.
And Saturday, Leaper's Fork is, I think they're both the same time, 8 to 10. And then we'll be at the Listening Room Cafe Saturday from
Love
8:30 to 10:30.
Love it. over
And
there.
I think Sunday we'll be in Elizabethtown.
We got to get him a gig at the
So,
Journey's
yeah.
Line.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you.
Oh, that's
right?
a perfect spot.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Sky Entertainment News. Fill us in. What do you got?
Well, we've got Charlie Sheen that stopped by the Dr. Oz show again, and this time he claims that his public meltdown following his 2011 firing from 2.5 Men may have been caused by his use of testosterone cream.
Oh, the cream.
Charlie said, quote, that was a very specific period of time that did not feel very out of body and very just detached from all things real. Charlie added that he felt superhuman and that it wasn't roid rage, it was roid disengage.
Testosterone cream. Also known as sperm, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
That's really
What is he
gross.
doing? What is it called?
Testosterone cream.
There's no
It's
name
just
for
what
it?
No, he didn't. There's no official name for it here.
No, they make steroids like that.
You're right. Like Balco, right? Stuff like
I
that.
don't.
Not
know
an
specifics. I
injectable-
know that they.
I mean,
That's
so,
a form.
so he's blaming it on the medication.
Yeah, that's really weird.
You put it on his lips like lip balm?
I mean, something's
Lip
got
balm.
to. Something has to explain it. 'Cause the guy's crazy.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
it was the
It called
cocaine.
You know, I mean-
cocaine. Either
I
way,
thought,
it's your
yeah, I
brain.
thought it was
Yeah.
cocaine,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It does
Yeah.
that.
It's
Okay.
a little- it's a little crazy.
Cocaine,
Also,
A lot of voices into the microphone.
Jimmy Kimmel is in talks to host this year's Emmy Awards. Now, Kimmel last hosted the telecast in 2012, which was the last time that they were on ABC.
All right, so I like Jimmy Kimmel. I think he's doing. He did a great job with the Grammys the one time.
Yeah.
He'll do good.
He's a
That
cool
guy's
dude.
good.
He's a cool dude.
He's
Well,
funny.
the final episode of Mythbusters is set to air on the Discovery Channel March 5th. Now, after blowing things up for the final time, the build team of Grant Imahara, Tony Belici, and Carrie Byron, who were dismissed in 2014, will join host Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman for a reunion special that's expected to include some celebrity guests.
I love that show.
I like Mythbusters a lot.
They're great. I mean, they're here it is these two dorky guys, and they combine science with some comedy stuff.
Are you an Adam or a Jamie?
I'm more of Jamie.
I like a quiet Jamie with the beard.
Yeah.
Who's the taller guy?
Jamie.
Jamie's the taller guy.
Yeah.
Busted.
He's the bald guy with the beard.
He's fun.
Yeah, I like Adam's good.
They're both good. I like how they do their setups and everything, though. What's your favorite myth bust?
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a
Might
hard
be the
one.
airplane with the hole in
Shooting a propane tank bullet explode. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, Kesha apparently is free to record with producers aside from Dr. Luke. This is a huge controversy right now. The offers are pouring in. Musician Jack Antonoff said that he'd like to make music with her and later leak it. And Zed also said that he'd be happy to work with her.
Yeah, so Kesha. So what? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not tracking. Who's the Ernesto? Fill me in on the Kesha
Dr. Luke
situation here.
So reportedly and allegedly, Dr. Luke was sexually assaulting her while they were producing music.
Like via roofie or
via probably her own self
drunkenness,
self-drunkenness and self-medication.
Giving her the drinks, giving her the.
But Sony won't let her out of her contract to produce music with anybody else.
So she refuses to work with Dr. Luke.
Right, because of the sexual assault.
Okay.
Alleged. But here's the thing: there's no court records of anything with Dr. Luke. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing saying that it wasn't mutual.
Right. So Dr. Luke is saying, listen, I have not been convicted of doing anything wrong. Why should I be fired?
Right. And there's no real evidence of it. It's just her saying it at this point.
And Kesha's just like, I want out. I don't want to work with him. But I want to work. But
Correct.
Not with him.
But and I think she's using it as a leverage to get out of Sony Records.
Yeah. They probably had a relationship or something.
Yeah. A little something.
Yeah, but she's just not making the money that she wants as consistently.
Wake up in the morning with a bottle of Jack and brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Feeling like P.
Great
Diddy.
lyrics. Yeah. What up, girl?
Okay, well, it looks like the police protest against Beyonce's concert tour is starting to fizzle. Members of the Raleigh, North Carolina Police Union voted unanimously not to boycott the Beyonce concert scheduled there for May, and unions in Miami and Nashville are calling on officers to boycott her music and not volunteer to work at her shows.
Yeah, so she is coming to Nashville. It's going to be interesting if these, because the cops, the situation is they volunteer their time.
That's the security for the concerts.
They get a free show out of it.
Yep.
They get the photo ops, the whole bit. So it's not a paid gig, right, for the cops?
I wouldn't think it's very much.
I don't know. I just don't know the logistics.
They call it volunteer work.
But yeah, I do remember that thing calling for the. But I don't know. I mean, because this all based off of her halftime performance. All right, we got line one. We got what's it called? Her halftime performance, which was a tribute to the Black Panthers. Is that what it was?
That's what they're saying.
Right, and so the cops are like, listen, you want to take a stab at us? We don't want to work for you. But, I don't know.
Well, as much money she got, she's going to afford her own security.
Very interesting. But here it is. I mean, she wants to take jabs at cops, but it's the cops that are the 150 cops that are bringing her into the Super Bowl. Okay, protecting her. All right, it's the cops that are ensuring that the fans aren't bum rushing the crowd to tackle her to get a piece of her hair or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I think calling attention to a movement is not the same as making a direct statement against the
police. But like I said, she ain't talking about all the cops. She talking about the dirty cops.
The dirty cops, right?
Yes. It's not about the police or the Black Panthers. Really, the statement was the Black Lives Matter statement that's going on.
Right.
And I think that's what the police and anything that's not a minority when it comes to African Americans are standing up against, because Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. It doesn't matter who you are.
But for her to do this on the biggest stage of the year, the Super Bowl, I mean, that's kind of inappropriate.
Which is mixing it into an entertainment environment. But that when you look back into the way that music is connected to the world, music is that device that makes people sit down and listen, and it should be a tool for communicating a greater message than just twerk.
She's a tool for communicating. Yeah, she's a
for having a purpose.
That's right. No, I mean, she'll never get hired again by the Super Bowl.
All right, well, Ryan McKnight, has he ever played in the Super Bowl?
No.
I don't think so. He could be homeless soon after failing to pay his taxes. The IRS says that he owes $340,000 and that they'll sell his Southern California home to pay the debt. A previous installment plan had been agreed to, but he just stopped paying.
What was the song? What was the song, Billy?
Which one?
Which one's your favorite, Brian?
Brian, yeah.
The popular one was "One is like a Dream Come True." Back to one.
Mine was Untitled Chapter across the line.
That,
yeah.
That one.
Yeah, man.
One last cry.
How's it go? Sing it,
Yeah,
Bay.
yeah,
Sing
yeah,
it, Bay.
yeah,
Sing
yeah.
it,
Crying
Bay.
songs.
Bay can sing it. Sing it, Bay.
Hey.
You can sing it.
Sing
Yeah,
it. Come on.
I love the fact that he sang "A Whole New World."
Oh, that was
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Well, he
Not in the movie, but on the
no,
track.
he co-wrote the song,
So,
and then
From
after
Aladdin.
the movie was done, he sang a cover of it, and that was where the music video came out. It was Brian McKnight's "Whole New World."
And moral of the story is, if you make a lot of money, please pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, even if you don't make a lot of money. pay your
Yeah,
taxes.
yeah. Well, if today is your birthday, then you're celebrating it with musician George Thorogood, who is 66. Actor Edward James Olmos of Battlestar Galactica and Miami Vice is 69. Boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 39. And Gilroy bartender Dawn Marie, who did not disclose her age because she's a lady. And Apple entrepreneur Steve Jobs would have been 61 years old today.
There you go. Happy birthday if you're celebrating out there.
Happy birthday, Dawn.
Dawn, happy birthday, Dawn.
She's so nice.
Yeah, she's got such a big top. But, yeah, she is a nice, she's a sweetheart, and that's why we give her a nice shout out. I'm a fan of Dawn.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
over there at the Gilroy. Go say
Well,
hello, happy birthday to her.
Yes.
Oh, Ernesto's so.
He is. Well, entertainment news is brought to you by the Gilroy, which is voted Tennessee's 8th best pub. The Gilroy is located in downtown Clarksville at 140 University Avenue.
I'm ready for some live music. Daniel, I mean, you're so talented, you're so gifted. Down to
Thank you,
two
man.
songs. What's the first song you'd like to do?
Of course, you're kind of given the Amber's Drive theme, but this is not necessarily a coming out party for me. But I've been talking to the guys, and I'm kind of doing some of my own recordings, some of my own kind of solo things, and I'm just going to play a couple of them for you.
I love it. What's the first one you want to do?
The first one's more of a singer-songwriter. The second one will be more like my style that I'm going for.
Okay.
This first song, I just want to do it because a good friend of mine, I wrote this song with a guy in Canada. Another Canada.
Man, look at you. Well, no, way to you to jump on the Canadian bandwagon there.
That's
Good
right,
move.
man. Why can't I get in the top 5?
Is it Justin Bieber? Is this?
Yeah, no.
You and Bieber were writing this?
I wrote this song with Chris Edenloff in Canada.
Edenloff?
Edenloff.
Canada.
Yeah.
I love that
This song
name.
is called The Highway.
The Highway.
Yeah.
Okay, explain The Highway.
It's just a song about this guy that is leaving home for music or to pursue his dreams.
Right.
And he's in love with this girl, but he's like, look, I got to chase my dreams. And she's like, okay, but I'm not going to hang around and wait for you. And when he comes back home after his long tour,
yeah.
he comes back home and she's moved on, and he's like regretting it to a degree. He's like, man, I was stupid for leaving in the first place because I lost my love.
And the whole town changes too.
Sorry, it's a sad song.
Hear this song. It sounds sad. I'm already depressed, but I'll tell you what, your vocal capabilities. And yeah, I'll tell you what, take off the headphones. It will help you sing better. Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing The Highway. All right, Daniel Mason.
Cool. Are you ready? I recall Sunday morning, May 95. You standing in the driveway with tears in your eyes. You said, baby, I love you, but I won't wait. Was the last words I heard before I drove away. Yeah, I was blind, should have changed my mind. but I was a fool for leaving you. Yeah, the highway knew where to find you, where to find you. I've got no excuse, 'cause the highway knew, yeah, the highway knew where to find you. That highway sign haunts my mind every time that I pass by. I still taste your lips, the goodbye kiss. Reminds me every day, oh, what I miss. Oh, I was blind, should have changed my mind, but I was a fool for leaving you. The highway knew where to find you, where to find you. Oh, I've got no excuse, 'cause the highway knew, yeah, the highway knew where to find you. I wasn't thinking, straight up and out of my mind. I left true love behind. You moved on while I was gone. Yeah, the highway knew. Ooh, yeah, I've got no excuse, 'cause the highway knew, yeah, the highway knew where to find you.
Thank you. Never want to drive ever again, you know that? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm taking Uber.
I'll tell you what, we're running out of time here.
Cool.
Do you think you can do a shortened version of this next song? Is there?
I can. Can you guys help me out with it real quick?
Of course, of
I couldn't
course.
even open my eyes for the last one.
I know, it's so good, man. You're so talented.
This next song here, I'm kind of going for like a Muscle Shoals kind of feel
Good,
for the
good.
album.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big Muscle Shoals fan,
Yeah.
and this song, it's just a fun little song. It's just fun. It's called "Ask Me If I'm Crazy."
So here he is, Daniel Mason with
Joe's theme song.
"Ask Me If I'm Crazy."
I'll make the short version. Yeah, I fly to the moon in a hot air balloon for you. I drive in reverse across the universe for you. Jump out of a plane without a parachute for you. Yeah, yeah, I run a marathon in my birthday suit for you. For you, you wanna drag me to the loony bin, but baby, you just don't understand. You asked if I was crazy, I won't lie, won't lie. You asked if I was crazy, I won't lie. No ifs, no ands, no maybes don't apply. You asked if I was crazy, I won't lie. Yeah, the answer to that question is true. I'm crazy for Yeah, I do the Macarena and a hurricane for you. Yeah, I do Jesse James with the sun that I knew for you. Alright, it's for you, Joe. I spend the random money downloading Bro Country for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, even get a tattoo with your mama's name for you. I wouldn't. For you. You wanna drag me to the loony bin, but baby, you just don't understand. You asked if I was crazy, I won't lie, I won't lie. You asked if I was crazy, I won't lie. No whips, no ass, no babies don't apply, don't apply. You asked if I was crazy, I won't lie. Yeah, the answer to that question is true. I'm crazy for you.
Yeah, all right,
Right.
Danielle. Let me tell you, what a fantastic performer, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here today.
For sure, man.
I mean, look
Yeah,
at the,
loved it.
So such great guests on the show today. I mean,
Good people.
Our veterans, our heroes, Billy Hughes coming in here today, Bikers Who Care, bringing in Josh Forbes,
was awesome.
wounded service member liaison, and what a story he has. Ian Berkowitz, Steve, and Bubba coming in here, Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah.
All right.
That was very genuine, very real.
Right.
Totally
Respected
cool,
there.
man.
And that's
Oh,
why
man.
we picked genuine real music for Daniel Mason to come in here and sing.
Thank you, man.
Fantastic.
Thank you for letting me be a part of this today.
Today
I
was a
appreciate
special
it, man.
day.
It was,
Special
man.
day.
Yeah.
Mark, good job, brother, on the soundboard there. Chief AJ, good job directing. Bay, always a pleasure with the fine wit. Sky, good job today.
Joe, good job.
Absolutely. Ernesto, love you, brother. Look at him out there. Yeah,
Yeah, the wine's gone.
All right, we got to get out of here. We're a little over. Sorry about that, but today in Clarksville, we're going to continue your story on Friday. We'll see you tomorrow at the Gilroy at the Fat Bottom Trivia. But hey, thank you for allowing us to tell your story right here in the Joe Padula Show, WJZM. Yeah. Oh, coming up next, by the way, you don't want to miss out. We got more great programming here. WJZM, real quick. 75 years of broadcasting.
Yeah.
75 years. We love
Wow.
it. Proud to be a part of those 75 years. Small part, but proud to be a bad part. Joe Padula Show, WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
Sorry, Mule.
What was that?
Dude.
I like that.